Welcome to episode number 71 of the 5 Letters Podcast. You got myself, Yells, you got Cam to the right of me, you got Bez to the left of me. Let's get into it. The 5 Letters Podcast. Check. Yes. Episode number 71. We're here. Yes, Bez, put down your phone. We're live and direct. I'm joking. But yeah, we're here. We're back again, once again. Cam, Bez, talk to me. How's life? How's things? I see you haven't bought your stand today, Cam. What happened?
I haven't bought it for the past, how many apps?
So many months.
I haven't noticed.
I actually stopped bringing it because it was just too much to carry. And it was just easier to just bring the mic and the lead.
And just hold it.
Yeah.
Like you're going to spray bars.
Never.
Alright, cool. But yeah, talk to me. How's life? How's things?
I'll go first because I have not really done anything this last 2 weeks.
Finally, for once.
Yeah, had a busy period beforehand. So yeah, the last 2 weeks I haven't done anything really. Literally just went cinema a couple of times, and yeah, then been back at work and yeah, man, just work. Gonna be just busy with that for now. So
Another day, another dollar.
Another day, another dollar. Not enough dollars, but multiple dollars, not just $1.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's pretty much been my 2 weeks. How about you lot? You lot been busy.
Well, so full disclosure, it is my birthday today.
Happy birthday to
Happy
you.
birthday to you.
Appreciate that.
How old are you now?
I am 19. I am 19 or... I have 19 years. But yeah, so it's my birthday today. So yeah, the last 2 weeks, well, not even the last 2 weeks, like the last week, I've been, leading up to my birthday and doing stuff. So yeah, the week previously, nothing much of any kind of note happened, I don't think. Just working and just enjoying the weather, the sunshine. Like went a few places, but nothing crazy. But then yeah, this week me and Cam went to Madrid, didn't we?
Madrid. Yeah.
Madrid. Yeah, so we were in Madrid for 3 days. Went and saw the Bernabeu. Took a picture with the Champions League.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Something an Arsenal fan will never touch.
You as an Arsenal fan, man,
Arsenal player.
You should be loving it. Bring it home for the team.
Yeah. Yeah, one annoying thing though, or I guess they were doing renovations on the stadium or whatever, so we didn't get to see the pitch. Because
massive renovations.
Did you bring your shin pads ready to
shin pads.
Get a quick runabout.
Ancelotti calls you up.
Literally where's Benzema? Where's Vinicius? Let's have a quick training session. But yeah, and we didn't get to see the locker room and all of that sort of stuff. But we did, so we did see their trophy room, the full trophy room.
Mm-hmm.
We obviously took a picture of Champions League, saw the stadium, but without the whole thing. And then obviously, got to go to the gift shop and everything, see, the next year's kit and all of that stuff. Which was nice. It was a good time. And I think mostly what we did while we were there, we just ate though, innit? More or less ate, had a couple of drinks, soaked in the sunshine and the vibes of the streets.
Yeah.
I had churros. He said he didn't like churros, so he didn't.
I had ice cream.
Got ice cream instead. Went all the way to if we were in Italy and you got ice cream, it would be okay, because that's like
gelato.
Gelato. That's like an Italian thing. But going to Spain and not getting churros is even though I think they're Mexican.
They are, yeah.
But still, it's the same difference.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I should have tried one of yours just to make sure that I actually don't like them, because the only other time I've had them was at Winter Wonderland. So it's are those even
authentic?
Yeah, they're probably just cheap and cheap content, expensive obviously to buy, but
yeah. When were you in Winter Wonderland?
2018.
Okay. And now I'm just saying, I don't think Winter Wonderland would be a place that would have ever seen you.
Never again.
So yeah, I'm surprised to hear that. I've only been once, and probably never again. Also,
Never been.
Never been. You'll go next year. You'll probably go
this year.
This winter coming. You'll probably go.
Do you like donuts, Cam?
Yeah.
Churros are quite similar to donuts.
I know, but it was just, I don't know. It was
Maybe
weird.
it was like stale because
Yeah.
out all day or something kind of vibes.
Yeah, you should have probably tried it.
I should have definitely tried it when we were in Spain.
Because churros
Yeah.
can bang.
Yeah. So yeah, did that. Went out for a dinner yesterday, which was nice as well. Went to a vegetarian restaurant or a vegan restaurant called The Gate. We've been there before actually, but I went to the one in Marylebone. But yeah, had some good food, had some good drinks. Yeah, man, just basically enjoying the birthday vibes. And then today, yeah, I've just been chilling. Literally just been chilling. We're drinking at the moment because we might actually go out to Watford or wow. Just baiting on the location. But yeah, now
we'll be gone by the time.
yeah, I know. But still, that's crazy. Like I said it, I was like, you're right, just like that. But yeah, we might be going out somewhere after the episode. But yeah, that's been more or less my 2 weeks.
Sorry. Question though.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've been doing your Spanish this year.
Yeah.
How did it fare when you?
I had a couple conversations.
Yeah.
I had yeah. Like we went into a shop and the guy said, buenos dias. And I said, buenos dias.
Where are the eggs?
No, we're at the checkout. And yeah, so he said, buenos dias. I said, buenos dias. And he asked me if I wanted a bag. I said, sí. And he asked me in Spanish if I wanted a bag. And I was like, yeah, sí. And yeah, that was basically the end of the conversation, to be honest.
I mean, your Spanish clearly was paying off because you could understand a lot more than I could.
Yeah.
Like I was embarrassed by how much I don't understand or I can't speak it anymore because obviously I did it all throughout high school. I got a B in Spanish GCSE.
Oh, wow, okay.
I did it 1 year in college and failed it, but I still did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I couldn't understand a single word, and I could. If you asked me to speak, nah, man.
Yeah.
No confidence.
So I was understanding like certain things that people would say. Like for example, he said, "Do you want a bag?"
Mm-hmm.
And I can't tell you right now what exactly it was that he said, but when he said it, I knew he was asking if you wanted a bag. Obviously, context obviously helps as well. The fact that we're in a supermarket, everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was like, "Do you want a bag?" I was like, "Yeah, we do. We would want a bag. Thank you." And then I was like, so like there was like signs and stuff as well that I could read and understand as well, like throughout the place, and like billboards. I think there was like a movie billboard that I think it was that movie that you saw the other day.
Extinction.
Sorry?
Extinction.
Was that it?
The Chris Hemsworth
That's
one.
Netflix one.
No.
I didn't talk
Elemental.
about that one.
Nah. You saw two movies. There wasn't Elemental.
No Hard Feelings.
Yeah, that one.
Elemental.
It was that one.
Oh yeah.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence. Yeah. So it said like the little billboard poster thing said, what did it say?
She wants a car. He wants a girlfriend.
Yeah, she wants a car. He
love
wants
or
a girlfriend. It said she wants a car. He wants a girlfriend. And I was cracking up. He was like, "Why are you laughing?" I was like, "This says she wants a car. He wants a girlfriend."
Yeah.
Obviously, it says in Spanish.
In Spanish, yeah. And I was like, "Yeah, that's funny." Like, but yeah, I was trying to get him to speak. So like, we were at a restaurant, and we wanted to get the check, and I was like, or the bill, and I was like to him, "Yeah, just say like, la cuenta, por favor," or say like, "Yo quiero." You say, "Oh, queremos pagar. We want to pay." Like, and he was like, "No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that." I was like, "Come on, man. You know."
The issue is that I'm like, it's way more a confidence thing than knowing what actual words to say. Like, yeah, because I've never really had confidence in speaking Spanish. Like the first time I went to Spain when I was in year 11, I just relied on my friends to talk to people because I was like, I don't want to speak to these Spanish to these people because I'm not confident.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. I didn't, I was like, I can't imagine a situation where I would just be like trying to speak purely Spanish, not at this level anyway.
Yeah.
But it was kind of interesting to be in a, like, you know, when you go to like a foreign country and like you're just lost.
Yeah.
And it was kind of interesting to be in a situation where I wasn't as lost. Like, if I saw like signs like in the airport when we were going places or whatever, like I could read the signs that were in Spanish. Like
you could read the emails they were sending to us.
I could read the emails that were like, because we flew with Iberia, so all the emails were in like Spanish, and I could, again, it's just getting the gist of like, I know this word, I know this word, I know this word, so I could kind of
piece
understand
together what they're saying,
they're saying, and obviously like context. Obviously, I know what would the airline actually be like trying to say to you. So yeah, and versus like when I went to Italy just the other day, I'm just being like, yeah, I don't know anything about anything that's going on right here. Like, just yeah. So it was.
I mean, when you get the better you get at Spanish, the more you'll be able to understand Italian as well, though.
Probably, yeah. Because same
similar
vibes,
stuff.
Same vibes.
And Portuguese is pretty very similar as well.
That too.
French is probably the only one that you gain nothing.
Yeah. Nah. French is ridiculous. French is I don't know. French is just a whole nother, like, even though it's like similar, but it's like a whole different kind of similar.
Yeah. It's weird. Like, how did that region evolve to be, or their language evolve like that? Like, so different to everyone
probably
else's.
just because it was mixed in with whatever they were speaking beforehand, before the Roman Empire got there.
True.
And kind of similar to English as well, because it's mixed in with like all the Germanic stuff as well, and Saxon and all of this kind of stuff. But yeah, Madrid was vibes. Today going to thing, and then next week, me and Bez, or towards the end of this coming week, me and Bez are going to watch The Rock Show, WWE SmackDown, Layeth the Smacketh Down, and Money in the Bank.
Shut your mouth.
And Money in the Bank as well. So yeah, it should be vibes, man. We're gonna have some stories to tell when we get back.
Yeah, looking forward to that one
for the next episode as well. Gonna see Logan Paul. We're trying to convince Cam to come, but he's there's still
it's not happening.
There's resale tickets available, man.
It's not happening.
It's Logan Paul.
I don't care about Logan. I don't care about seeing Logan Paul wrestle.
Seth Rollins.
I don't really care about seeing Logan Paul do anything.
He's good.
He's a very good wrestler.
Okay.
And the tribal chief Roman Reigns is going to be there. Acknowledgement. He's like, who?
He's calling the tribal chief.
Yeah. My tribal chief.
Okay. Is he not just some white guy?
A white guy?
Is he not? I'm
Samoa.
asking a question.
He's
from
Samoan.
Oh, okay.
Samoan. Yeah. He's the head of the table. But yeah, that should be fun. I'm definitely looking forward to that as well. I think that'll be fun. And Ronda Rousey's going to be there, Cam. I know how much you like her.
Couldn't care less.
Even I couldn't care less about seeing Ronda Rousey. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that one though. I just want to see the Money in the Bank match. That's going to be crazy. Ricochet and Logan Paul just doing the madness.
Yeah.
Sure.
And L.A. Knight. Yeah.
I'm upset Sheamus ain't going to be wrestling there. I'm going to be counting down the chest.
Round 2. Do you know what? We might see him on SmackDown.
True.
But yeah, like I'm quite surprised that he's not doing anything on the show.
In the UK?
Yeah.
Or he might come out in the Money in the Bank and just hit someone.
Butcher's there. He might come out. Yeah, that's the thing. Or he might, who was he beat? Solo. You might still want a piece of Solo. Because Solo messed him up, innit?
After the match, And
So yeah, I think it's gonna be fun. It looks like it's shaping up to be a fun show. So
100%.
It's gonna be vibes. Right then. So yeah, let's get into our first.
2 weeks.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, Cam.
I've not really done anything other than the going Madrid. The week before, I don't know. I didn't really do anything. Maybe I went to the cinema to watch something at some point.
Yeah, you did. You watched Transformers.
Oh yeah, I watched Transformers.
And you watched
and then I rewatched Across the Spider-Verse on Thursday as well this week. But yeah, that's all I've really done.
Let's talk about that movie. Let's get into our first song and then let's talk about that movie because now that I've seen it, obviously you two both saw it before me, but now that I've seen it, like we can properly get into it and like discuss it. But yeah, let's get into our first song. Let's actually do the music in reverse of how I said. Let's do it the other way around.
Okay.
So first song will be the new Stormzy, produced by Dave, featuring Fredo, track entitled Toxic Trait. This one's a vibe. They're getting some stuff off their chest. So yeah, shout out Stormzy, shout out Fredo, shout out Dave. This one's Toxic Trait.
What's my toxic trait? If I see a boy with the same kettle as me, then I toss that thing in the safe, won't wear it again cause you made it. If your name ain't Fred, then you can't relate. If your name ain't Santan, you ain't my mate. If your name ain't Storms, then you ain't the... Just a pair of stars. Tell Greta to allow me, I know that my carbon footprint's large. Urus drinks, I still wear minks. We bought on weed, the PJ stinks. Be direct, I don't take hints. She's keen, but I ain't convinced. She thinks I'm stush. See me running up that hill. I'm the black Kate Bush. The man them don't talk, they whoosh. I don't jump on a tune and talk about it and shush. I'd rather make cigs and kush. All of these fibs you push. Still gonna take these pics and smile. What I pay for the kitchen towel. Care for my bro, that's an AP ashtray. Man's got an ashtray spliff and style. Call me Big Mac or Muhammad Ali. They were gassed up, now they're running on E. I've been outside since summer 03. Now my new girl's got more money than me. What's my toxic trait? If I see a boy with the same kettle as me, then I toss that thing in the safe. Won't wear it again cause you made it.
And we are back. That one right there, that was Stormzy, Fredo, The Toxic Trait, produced by Dave. Yeah, vibes, man. Right, are you lot surprised that Stormzy's dropping another track so soon after his album, though?
Yeah.
Because, like, yeah, I feel like he usually kind of disappears after his albums.
Yeah, he dropped an album.
Yeah. Wasn't there the album that had like Mel Made Me Do It and everything was on?
Maybe, yeah.
Unless I'm bugging, I'm sure he dropped an album.
Yeah, I remember. I know he dropped a few tracks recently, but I didn't know. I can't remember if it was an album or not.
This is what I mean. Was that? Okay. This is what I mean was a while ago then. So this is what I mean came out in 2022 apparently, like towards the end, November 2022.
Okay.
Crazy. Okay, so maybe he's dropping another album.
I did see, because I think he deactivated social media or something for a while and then came back recently. So I saw a lot of people on Twitter speculating he's dropping an album soon.
Sorry,
but that's still quite quick. I feel like normally he kind of
goes away for a while. Yeah. So this is what I mean was 2022. Oh yeah, Mel Made Me Do It was 2022 as well. Yeah. So all of that happened in 2022, and obviously he's back now. So maybe he's winding up for another thing, or maybe he's just gonna do hits with some singles and just disappear again. Which not mad at. Definitely not mad at. Yeah, that's a little vibe. Obviously, I got some. So basically, I got some. I ordered like food today. I ordered Tottenham cake, and I was expecting one slice and a small slice of that, but they sent like this. So
oh, crazy.
So yeah, like I'm just calling this my birthday cake. So it's here. Like if you lot hear us munching on cake, that's why. I
had Tottenham cake in years, mate.
I had Tottenham cake in years. Yeah.
I remember was it COVID times when everyone was making them?
Yeah.
Like literally, they sold out of all the ingredients in all the shops because everyone was making them during COVID times.
And everyone was on Twitter just like, this cake is killing my people.
Yeah, random.
I missed that phrase. That phrase was funny, like when everyone was like, XYZ is killing my people.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's funny. I was talking about COVID times yesterday at the dinner, and we were talking about House Party. And I was like, bro, do you remember the app?
Yeah.
And like, I was like, bro, like I proper forgot about that. That app was like a moment for like
literally
maybe 2 months, if that. And it was like, everyone was on it, just jumping into rooms and like just doing a lot. Did you jump on House Party? You didn't? No?
I think I maybe installed it for one day and then deleted it.
I feel like you were on a family one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think I installed it for that and then was like, nah, this is long, and just deleted it from my phone.
Yeah, I just remember it was one of them ones where you had to like just open the app and lock it. Because otherwise people just jump into
your room.
Yeah, especially because you used to get notifications like someone like is just on just joined the party, and like people just like, all right, cool, I want to talk to
them. Jump random people like who the hell are these lot?
Yeah. So House Party was definitely a moment. I remember that. I remember we talked about it in probably like episode 3 or 4.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was literally the what's the word? Like the artwork for the episode.
I'll cover photo, yeah.
Oh, swear, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like it was, yeah.
Damn, yeah. Go back and listen to that, man. We're getting our ish off.
A throwback.
Yeah, proper throwback.
The focus.
Right then, but yeah, across the Spider-Verse, like let's actually get into this because I feel like this movie deserves us to talk about. It deserves like being the focus of an episode because I feel like there's a lot to talk about here. So firstly, opinions. Like, what did you lot think? Did you enjoy it? Did you hate it?
Yeah. So I think me and Bez actually said in the last episode. Yeah. So obviously I rated it a 9 out of 10.
Yeah. And I was like, I think it might be a 10.
Yeah. You were saying it might be your favorite comic book movie, right?
Yeah. I feel like it's definitely up there.
Right. Okay.
Top 3, 100%.
Top 3. Wow.
I'd say it's definitely number 1 animated. Of course, like I don't think anything comes close in terms of animated comic book movies.
What about Wolverine versus Hulk?
What even is that? Is that
I
a
was
real
like,
movie?
That's real, yeah. Yeah, I'm not even joking. That's a real thing.
Yeah, and I know. I feel like I may have seen it, but I don't know.
I'm taking a piss.
I was gonna be like, the first Into the Spider-Verse. That's the one that can really compete with it.
I don't know. There's some
There's
bangers I
there's
watched
some-
back in the day.
There's
Like,
some DC bangers. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
lie to you. That I
Like
like.
Killing the Joker.
Killing
Killing
Joke.
Joke.
Killing
I don't
Joke.
know. I don't like that one, to be honest. Like, I feel like that one's a bit flawed. But there are some, like, there's the Flashpoint one. That's pretty hard.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a Suicide Squad one that is I love that movie, like, so much.
But to rival Across the Spider-Verse.
I just think the scope is different. It's tough.
Yeah.
I feel like the scope is very different. Like, it's an enjoyable movie. It's a good movie. But I feel like Across the Spider-Verse has, like, so much money in it that it's just hard to compete. Like, for example, the soundtrack, Metro Boomin.
Yeah.
Like, with all, like, flipping Coil Ray and Future and just, what's his face?
Sway Lee.
ASAP Rocky, Sway Lee, all these people were on it. Like,
Lil Uzi Vert, I think he was on there. Yeah, the tune on
yeah,
there.
Lil Uzi's on it. I think Future and Lil Uzi has the tune. Yeah. So, like, it's just like big name soundtrack and like big name voice actors. Like Daniel Kaluuya's a side character.
Yeah.
Like that's
The whole movie I was trying to work out. I was like, I recognize the voice. Who is he again?
Yeah.
When obviously in the credits I was like, oh yeah, that's who
Daniel
it was.
Kaluuya.
Yeah.
When he came through, I was like, oh, okay, Daniel. Okay. But yeah, like Issa Rae as well, and what's my man? Shamik Moore, is that his name?
Is he the main guy?
Yeah.
Wells, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a decent like cast. And yeah, there's money behind it. Like, they've gone ham. So I feel like it's not really fair to compare it to some of the other animated movies that have been made on like just fully smaller budgets and just everything. But I do feel like there are some good animated movies, so still.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't mean there's not good. I just mean
Yeah.
that was very, very, very good.
Yeah.
I feel like comparing it to any others, it's difficult.
So
Unless
from-
it's Dragon Ball Super or something like that.
But I feel like
not a comic book movie, but animated movie.
Yeah, but I feel like that counts. Well, I feel like it's in that kind of league because I feel like that had a lot of oomph behind it as well. Like, it had the whole, in terms of like storyline and everything, it was like, so if we're comparing it to Broly, it had the whole thing of introducing Broly and making him canon. But Broly is a character we already know, we already like love, and it's just a bit like, okay, we're going into that with some oomph. Whereas the kind of DC ones that I'm talking about, like, yeah, we know the characters from the comic book or whatever, but it's not as, they're still kind of introducing the characters and like setting up the storyline and everything like that. Whereas Across the Spider-Verse, in the first one, obviously, it's introducing people, but in this one, it's like we know everyone now. Yeah. For the most part.
It fleshes out their stories as well.
Yeah, it fleshes it out, but we already know Gwen. We already know Miles. We already know, like,
Peter
B. Parker.
Yeah.
Like, we know what's going on with them, and it's just like a continuation of that story that we're already familiar with. But yeah, I watched it. I liked it. I enjoyed like the meme moments in it. Yeah, that was funny. Like,
what would you give it out of 10?
Out of 10. Yeah, I would say it's 9 to, it's either a 9 or a 10. It's like, it's definitely up there.
Yeah.
Like, it's really, really good. What was I gonna say? Cliffhanger. How did you lot feel about the cliffhanger at the end?
I knew it was going to happen going in. I didn't know like the extent of the cliffhanger, but I'd seen like a video. Someone had in their title or in their thumbnail just like saying their video was about people's response to the fact there was a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And so I knew there was going to be a cliffhanger going in. I didn't know what it was going to be. I didn't know it was going to be that deep. I'm not mad about. I don't know. I feel like I'm weird in that I'm not. I got my fix. Like, I got what I needed.
Yeah.
I'm not mad about it. I'm not like, oh, tell me what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I'm like hyped for the next movie.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad about it. And also the fact that it's just going to come out next year as well.
Yeah.
It's not too far away that I'm like, God.
So for me, I was like, leaving the cinema, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe they've done that. Like, it felt like Infinity War, if like you don't remember that.
Yeah.
Even though Infinity War was like, it was a different vibe, but the same feeling of I need to see what happens next.
Yeah.
Like, it felt like that. Like, Infinity War was crazy. I was like, wait, hold on, what? Everyone just got boomed and the lights came on. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like, no after credit scene, nothing. Like, everyone's dead and the lights are on. And
no Avengers will return. Thanos will return was what they said, isn't it?
Yeah. And I was like, hang on a minute. And like the lights are on, they're ushering us out of the building. Like, no. Like Spiderman just faded away to dust. He said he don't feel too good. Like, but yeah, no, this was obviously a different kind of vibe to that, but it was the same kind of feeling to me of like, yeah, I need to know what happens. But like you, Cam, definitely not mad at it. Definitely, I was like, yeah, I've seen a 2-hour movie, like a 2-hour plus movie. I've definitely got my feel. It was a good movie.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So I'm just like, yeah, I need it. I need it soon.
I can't lie, I was mad at it. I was mad at it. But I think it was a thing of, because obviously I watched Fast X the day before, which I told you, I watched Fast X the day before, which also ended on a cliffhanger.
Undeserved
Cliffhanger. So that's why I was mad at it, because of Fast X.
Yeah.
Because it was kind of like
back-to-back cliffhangers.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. That's literally what it was. So Fast X, because that was, I did see they said they're going to be three movies together, but I didn't realize
Fast X.
Yeah, there's going to be.
They're doing 3 more.
So there's going to be 2 more after Fast X, but I didn't realize it was going to be 3 parts to Fast X. That's why I'm like. So obviously after that finished, I was pissed, and the next day a couple of days later, I went to watch Spiderman. Ended on the cliffhanger again. So I was kind of like, is this really what we're doing now? We're just not ending movies. We're just going to cliffhanger everything.
Yeah,
so
we're not telling full stories.
Yeah, exactly.
Hyping it up.
Because I wasn't expecting it, but obviously when it got close to the end, I was like, there's no way they're wrapping this up. There's no
this
way.
has to go on for another 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, they're doing what Fast X
So my thing is, I like it actually. Now that I've had a chance to like kind of settle down and think about it, I like it because I prefer that they do that than to rush the story that they're trying to tell.
100%.
Yeah.
Like tell the story. Like tell the story. However long it takes, tell the story.
Yeah.
But don't make a 6-hour movie because I ain't seen it. So if you gotta break it up, then break it up. I don't like it when they do like what Harry Potter did and like split one story into 2 and just drag it out. Don't do
unnecessary,
that. Don't do that. But I'm saying if you have enough content to make 2.5-hour movies, do that rather than trying to condense it into 1 3-hour movie or just.
Yeah, because at first I was like, I thought the Gwen scene, I'm like, that's dragged out for too long. Yeah, because I was like, that's half an hour in the movie.
What Gwen scene?
The start.
The
beginning is like 30 minutes
or so.
Needed. But yeah, like this is the thing. This is the stuff like after thinking back to, I'm like, it was good. Like at first in the cinema, I'm like, okay, can we get to the story now? But then like after it, and
it's so funny because obviously I said on the last episode that from minute 1 it's so sick.
Yeah,
I was so into it instantly. I was like, okay, she's kind of going hard with these jobs right now, and I was like, the story. I was sitting in the cinema thinking to myself, you can't start a film like this. This is too good already. Like you can't start
a film like
the emotions, the animation, the music. It's all too much to be within the first 5 minutes. I'm hyped up. I'm like, okay, let's go.
Let's go. But a lot of movies start kind of hyped. Like when you think about it, like. I know you watched Dark Knight the other day. That starts with like the bank robbery.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, true.
I thought this one started deep though, didn't it? It was
so it was the big fight, and then the whole thing with her dad, and everything.
I was like, you can't start with these emotions at the beginning of the movie.
That's why I was kind of like, because obviously I like the hype, fighting and stuff. That's why I'm like kind of like, okay, let's get to more hype. But then obviously,
don't give me emotions.
Yeah, I don't want emotions. I want fighting and stuff. I want to, But then obviously, when thinking back to it, I'm like, it was a perfectly rounded movie, like, and ending on a cliffhanger was fine because they had enough content. They've given us enough in the 2.5 hours it was, and then they should, that next 2.5 hours should just be mad because from what it seemed like it's going to be a madness. For the next
like
movie.
how does he get back to his universe?
This is what I'm saying. I don't actually see. And that's why I like it because like if it's a cliffhanger where you can see where it's going, it's a bit annoying. Yeah. But I'm like, there's so many different directions that they can go in that I'm like, oh man, like this is just gonna be crazy. Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be a fight between him and himself. That's gonna be hype.
Did you not clock that he was in the other universe?
I assumed he had to be because obviously, why did I assume he had to be?
Because obviously it shows the number when he like gets scanned. It shows 42.
Oh, shame.
Yeah,
really?
So I clocked instantly. I was like, okay, he's going to the wrong universe.
I clocked from his mum. His mum has different eyes.
That's why.
Yeah, so the other universe mom's got like purple or brown eyes. His mum's eyes are like green. So that's how I clocked.
I clocked later than all you learned. But I clocked throughout the conversation. Like when he was having a conversation and how she was reacting before he even said I'm Spider-Man. She was like, who's that? Before I was like, the fact that she was acting like she was like, he was saying, oh, like things have been wrong, whatever, and she's kind of just like,
yeah,
like And I was like, oh yeah, this is not his mum. Like,
Yeah.
like, this is not the mum that he's been had like struggles with. And also, I feel like that conversation with his dad would have been around as well.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
but yes, but I didn't see.
So you didn't see when he got his scan.
I saw the scan, but I don't think I realised what universe they're in already. So
Yeah,
I saw
that
when
too.
they scanned the spider and it showed
Yeah.
42, but I don't know what universe he's actually from. So that's why I was like,
It's like 1610 or 61610 or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But yeah, like that. Yeah, that's crazy, man. I'm just like, yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
But that's such a classic thing to happen as well. Like,
Yeah.
to just end up in the wrong place.
mm-hmm. Man came with the braids, Prowler and the braids.
And did you see the Jordans, Bez?
Yeah.
The Prowler's Jordans.
Yeah,
It was
they're the Prowler ones now as well.
So in the movie, it like I don't know how I clocked this because I'm not even the trainer sneaker guy like that.
Yeah.
But I was like to my nephew because I went and saw it with my nephew. I was like, "Did you clock the Jordans?" He was like, "No." I'm like, "Bro, the Prowler came through with like these like dark Jordan ones." Like so, obviously, Miles
He's got
wears
the
like,
red and white ones, yeah.
Yeah. Came through with like these. They were like dark blue and purple because obviously he's Prowler in it, purple.
Yeah.
Jordan ones, and like he just like it just shows because it shows his foot because I think it happens when the uncle's like, "I'm not the Prowler," and then it like, just comes through with the feet first, and like I was like, "Raw, those J1s," and then it goes up, and I'm like, "Ah, those guys."
Yeah.
So I was saying to my nephew, he's like, "Oh, like," he was like, and then he Googled it and saw like pictures of them. And I was like, they need to make these for real because they look clean.
I'm surprised they haven't because they made the spider.
The lost and found one.
The other one, the Miles ones.
Yeah. Let me see if I can show you.
Yeah, when what is it? When he was speaking to his uncle just there, just me mugging, man. Just there, like he's like, what's going on? He's just there, screw facing completely. And he looks at him, knocks him out. They're like, yeah, nah, this is crazy. And Punjabi Spider-Man, man, he was the guy.
Yeah, he's funny. Like you don't say TT. Right.
What else is there?
What I was gonna ask you, like, I wanted to talk about this. Do you lot? What are you lot saying for Gwen? Because I'm saying fire for that.
Honestly, when I first watched it, I was like, well, I don't really care, like whatever. She was trying to do the good things, like just in terms of the multiverse, she was trying to do right by the multiverse. She was obviously doing wrong by Miles. And then after I rewatched it and after speaking to you while we were in Madrid, I was like, yeah, nah, I'm not about her. Like,
she's a snake.
Yeah. I didn't realize, but yeah, she's straight up.
So this is it in the movie.
Yeah, they're cold.
They're colder, so it's like the utility one, and I think they actually might be. So people have done like a render, like that.
Oh, okay,
Like
concept
quite cool,
ones.
yeah. Because they look like you got like a little utility pouch. On the
Yes,
back as well.
they've got, I've seen Jordans with those utility pouches, little pockets on them.
But yeah, so I was like, yeah, that looks kind of fire. I would absolutely take the freaking pocket off, but but yeah, let's cold. Because yeah, it doesn't have like the render had the side pocket. This doesn't have like a side pocket unless it's on the other side. But yeah, anyway, sorry, Cam, I cut you off.
Yeah, I was literally just thinking about it. I was like, I don't like her story throughout the movie. Like I liked where she starts off. And yeah, after that, I'm like, I don't really vibe with it because obviously, I'm on Miles' side. You know, I'm Team Miles, obviously. And yeah, she was against my guy.
She's not. I was like, she's absolutely was moving like up in that movie. Like, I'm like, yeah. To be fair, from after she like visits and like she leaves when his mum and his dad comes.
Yeah.
From that moment on, she moves like an op as far as I'm concerned. Like
even before then, because she was visiting just to go and like
because she was meant to look at pay attention to the spot.
Yeah. And yeah, she kind of just using him. Just using him to get by. But yeah, man, she was fully snaking it. It's like, and then when. Even Peter was trying to help him out and stuff.
He was this is what I'm saying. Like, so for Peter, I can forgive him a little bit because he was kind of like his heart wasn't in it.
Yeah,
like she was fully involved in being an op, whereas Peter, his heart wasn't in it. Like they did trace him, but that wasn't. That wasn't his intention. It wasn't his intention. He just honestly wanted to have a conversation with him about it, like have a heart to heart, blah, blah, blah. Whereas Gwen was fully running man down in her Air Force Ones, all the way getting a crease in the middle. Like
I don't know, man. I don't know if at that point she was still on her. I mean, she was like Miguel needs to chill out, but also Miles should stop running.
Did she tell him that?
She was.
I feel like she didn't really tell Miguel nothing.
She was the whole time she was saying
If we compare how many times did she scream at Miles to slow down versus how many times she told Miguel to chill, I think it was about even. No, not a chance.
Honestly,
She was trying to get
even.
approval from the pregnant Spider-Man.
Yeah.
She was trying to get approval from her.
Yeah, exactly.
She didn't care about Miles.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it was about even. I think she was fully like, Miles, stop. Miles, you have to. Just let your dad die. I'm like, hang on.
What was it again? Oh, it's a something sequence. It's a
canon event.
That's it. Yeah, canon event. It's a canon event. It's gotta happen. Let it happen.
Yeah, your dad's gotta die. It's like, hell no.
But her dad's got to die too. Her dad's got to die too.
But she don't like him.
Yeah.
She don't like him. Yes, she does.
No, she don't. She
left him for ages.
You're being silly.
Bro, she had no intention of going back to her universe. She don't care, bro.
She came back and said, "Oh, you ain't a sergeant anymore. Damn it."
No, but on a real cab, she wasn't like. How many times did she say she don't want to go home? She ain't trying.
She didn't want to go home because her father was didn't like her. She didn't not want to go home because she wanted her dad to die.
I don't never said she, but she didn't. It's like
it's not like if at any point she had to go back to her universe and she found out her father was dead, she would have been annoyed that she weren't there to do something about it.
No, she would have been like, it's a canon event.
It's got to happen.
There's no, but that doesn't remove all emotion.
It looked like it with everyone else.
With Miles, yeah, everyone's like, yeah, Miles, you got to do it because it's canon
No,
event.
but they all went through the emotion of their or whatever, their Uncle Ben dying or the Captain Stacy dying and whatever. They all went through that emotion and they're saying that made them stronger. But they're not saying they didn't feel any emotion before it happened.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think
and they also they also were there to try and stop it.
Yeah.
Like they tried and they failed.
Yeah.
And then from
so why
there
did they let Miles try and fail?
Because they think he's gonna stop.
They're like, this guy don't miss.
He
In the heat of battle, he don't miss. They're like, yeah, now Miles, you're different. You're actually
different.
Yeah, Miles is him.
Because he's as they said, he's not a canon event, is he? So
yeah, honestly, his actions with his father or whatever should not change anything because he is not.
Yeah,
he shouldn't even be on in their web.
Exactly,
because he's not supposed to be a spider.
Yeah,
that's probably what's gonna happen. That's probably the explanation.
True. That is probably.
Because the Peter of his universe has already gone through the canon events.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's all done.
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna. Yeah, you probably just sussed out the ending. Because it makes sense. It's like, it's the whole timeline's not canon now.
Basically, it's just kind of diverged. Away from what it was meant to be.
What do you think of the Donald Glover cameo?
That was jokes. That was jokes, man.
Prowler.
They had everyone in it. Like they had him. They had all the different games. Like even animated series.
Spectacular Spider-Man.
Spectacular. Yeah.
Because they didn't manage to get Andrew Garfield. Or they had like clips.
They had clips of him.
With Uncle Ben. Yeah.
But to be fair, I think that would have been overkill, especially after
No Way Home.
Yeah, I feel like just showing the clips of them, I feel like that was enough. I don't think you actually needed them to cameo in it.
Yeah.
Especially since it's animated as well.
I think just having Donald Glover as well makes more sense to Miles' story because he's Prowler.
He's Prowler.
Or his uncle, whatever.
And he says, I got a cousin, I got a nephew.
Yeah. But it's a good one as well for the people who didn't realize his cameo in Spider-Man initially, because then it's like, now you know who he is if he's going to be brought into the actual Spider-Man universe. Yeah,
because in that first movie, Tom Holland Spider-Man movie, there's no way anyone knew who Prowler was.
Yeah, I didn't know, and I think you might have mentioned it, Cam.
Yeah, you did. And you're like, oh, did you know you were talking about Miles Morales? I was like, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because you lot didn't even know when you played the Spider-Man, the Miles Morales game. You lot didn't know that Prowler was his uncle.
Nope.
Because you lot didn't remember that from Into the Spider-Verse.
Nah.
Nope. Yeah, completely forgot. But yeah. But that's what you want all the time. You don't always want to know, like, certain things. Let me get sucked into this and remember again. Like, rah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, like, damn, that's your uncle. You got to fight your uncle.
Oh, what was the depressed Spider-Man's name again? Because I like it from the game.
Ben. Sorry, yeah.
It was
the one.
The vest and the hood. I can't remember what his Spider-Man tag is.
Wait, which one?
He was one they brought into the universe to look for Miles at the end.
Yeah, his name's Ben.
Yeah, Ben. Yeah, I can't remember what his actual Spider-Man is, but I liked because I remember in the games he was in it in the old games, and I was like, yeah, I liked his costume and stuff. I was like, oh, what, they brought him in as well.
Yeah, and they got everyone in the thing, man.
Yeah, it was a sick film though.
Yeah, I did like Daniel Kaluuya's Spider-Punk character.
Hobie.
Yeah.
Hobie was cool.
Like, and then I was like looking into like him in the comics and stuff. Apparently, he don't take nothing. He's just on smoke. Apparently, like he's one of the few Spider-Men that will just straight up murder a fool. Because he's just like, just villains. Like, nah, I ain't got time to play with you lot. Like, like you gonna really catch these hands.
And he just looked different as well. He had those different colours and stuff, like flickering it about.
Yeah. That's one of the sickest things as well about the movie is that they just have different animation styles and art styles. Like, the whole of Gwen's universe, it just looks different. Like when she's talking to her dad near the end, and it's just changing. The background's changing. Their faces are getting washed out and whatnot. It's like so sick.
Yeah, I thought it was cool how like the Lego Spider-Man, how they brought that kind of stuff in as well. Yeah, I thought it's so sick.
I need to spot going into the real world, into our universe.
Yeah,
he went to the Venom universe because that's the woman from the Venom shop.
Oh, is that why she was so unfazed?
Yeah,
of course. Didn't put
I've obviously not seen Venom, but I was like, I don't know why.
She's seen Venom eat a man. Like,
Oh, shame. I didn't know why she was so unfazed. But she was just like, this is.
I fully didn't clock that at all.
This is just Tuesday.
Yeah, straight up. She was like, this means nothing to me.
But yeah, it's a good movie. I'm definitely looking forward to the next one.
One point I wanted to make as well is that I fully thought that Spot was just going to be a guy he defeats at the beginning of the movie and then that's it. But he's the whole movie and the next movie.
You got sucked into that whole villain of the week.
No, because the only time I've ever seen him is in he's in the most recent Spider-Man animated series, and he is just a villain of the week. And that's what his powers feels like. It should be just a villain of the week thing. But then obviously they leveled him up. So now he's villain of the multiverse.
Yeah, crazy villain.
Yeah, like to be fair, when he was first introduced, but then when he got away, I was like, nah, he's gonna be a bigger deal. Yeah. But when he was first introduced, he was trying to rob the
when he got wrapped up, like when he got hung up on top of the building initially, I was like, okay, cool, that's done. Yeah. And then we're moving on, but then he escaped.
And I was like, he's gonna come back. He's gonna be a bigger deal.
Big deal. It was funny though, because obviously you don't clock it in the first film until you see this one where they throws the bagel and hits the guy on the head, and it's like you probably don't realize it. It's one of the minor things, and you look back, you're like, oh, that actually did happen.
That did happen. That did happen. Like they definitely weren't thinking about that at the time.
No,
but like they were like, oh, we can use it. We can throw back to that. And be like, yeah, it was my man. He hit him in the head with a bagel. But yeah, that was definitely a good movie. I was gonna ask you about something. What was it? Can't remember actually. It's gone. If it comes back, I'll bring it up later. But yeah, looking forward to the next one. I'm looking forward to see if they manage to rehabilitate Gwen in my eyes. I'm not sure they will. They'll probably just. I'll just be like hating, and at the end of the movie, they're gonna kiss, and I'm gonna be like, boo, boo. That girl was like, oh, you can't trust her. Can't take her anywhere.
She's leading the gang though to save Miles, so
it's not good enough.
It's too late.
Exactly, it's not good enough. Unless she needs to actually jump in front of a bullet for him or something. I need to see some real change of heart stuff. Yeah. Or she needs to give Miguel the fade. She needs to punch him up. She needs to until I see something like that, I'm not with it.
Wait, you said you've read Spider-Man 2099 comics before. Do you know much about his powers, how he got his powers and whatnot, and how they work?
No idea. Okay. So I have read Spider-Man 2099, but I started in the middle of whatever was going on. And it was interesting because do you remember Parker Industries? Yeah, so I think he worked for Parker Industries. Yeah. And I think a lot of comic book fans hate Parker Industries. They think because they think it's turning Spider-Man into Iron Man. Yeah, which I get, but obviously so he's Parker Industries is this whole big thing, and he works there. And obviously Peter Parker's probably long gone, but he works there, and he's the Spider-Man of the city, and he's just about doing his thing. But he's a bit of a ruthless one as well in the comics. But yeah, when I saw him, I didn't think they were going to make him the kind of villain or antagonist type situation.
Yeah.
But it does make sense. It does make sense, especially because it's kind of like he's not from the future. He's just from a different universe in how they set it up. But he's kind of from the future at the same time. So it's kind of like, I know what happens if you don't follow all these kind of events. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah, because he's just experienced all the negative things that could possibly happen.
Yeah.
But no one wants to listen.
And he's seen it. Like, so he's from a universe where it was a Peter Parker.
Yeah.
And he's seen everything that the Peter Parker of his universe had to go through to be as great as he apparently was, or whatever. These are just doing tequila shots, just all up in the gaff. Like, this is what I'm saying, Bez, man. I need to go to one of these Johns, man. They're just on that Don Julio, like, just going crazy.
Yeah, enjoy.
Yeah, man said enjoy. You're not coming.
Nah, man.
Nah.
I'll be standing in the corner doing
Why?
nothing.
What do you mean doing nothing? Like, you acted like you've never done a tequila shot before.
No, I just mean I don't like the music that enough to.
Right. Enough to fly to South Africa.
Yeah.
But you might like it in South Africa. It's different. Like, when you get there and you look around and you're like, this just looks like I'm a piano. This just smells like I'm a piano. Like, I'm a piano makes sense now.
Nah, I'm alright. I can cope without.
And it proper looks like a party now. You were like hating it.
Yeah, it does look like a party now. It's
like,
going off now.
Yeah.
Well, it's getting busy now.
Yeah, people are out there getting active. Shout out to the Stanky DJ. We're watching one of his videos on YouTube at the moment. But yeah, like, I don't know. Do you have anything else to say about Across the Spider-Verse anime? Actually,
yeah.
Sorry,
I was going to say, so it's kind of not necessarily Across Spider-Verse, but obviously something you touched on before. I don't know if we spoke about on the podcast, but it said like you need to like kind of DC movies need to lean into the big budget animated movies.
It's too late. Background.
Yeah, because obviously Marvel have done it now.
Yeah.
But I don't know if have you seen the Flash, Cam?
I've seen the Flash. Yeah.
I think that should have been an animated movie because the CGI in it is just
It's
ridiculous.
shocking.
It's so much CGI in it. I'm like, why didn't they just make this animated movie? They could just literally put the same budget in.
It already exists.
Well, yeah, I guess.
The Flashpoint movie already exists. Obviously, it would have been different, but
Yeah.
But so for me, I always said that I think that they should have DC should have gone down that route from the jump. That's exactly what DC's like cinematic universe should have been. It should have just been animated because I feel like it would have set them apart from Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like they've been good at animated movies. I just feel like they just needed to put a bigger budget behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. So just like get bigger name actors, level up the animation, make it like Across the Spider-Verse where they've got like all these different styles and all these different things going on. Like just go crazy with it and push it like a blockbuster, like what they've done with Across the Spider-Verse. They've made that like a big blockbuster movie for the summer. Boom, but yeah, it's too late. And if they do it now, it's just going to be, these men trying to copy Marvel again.
It's too late.
It's just too late.
It's too late.
They didn't want to risk it.
DC are finished, bro. Like in terms of like mainstream, DC are so washed. Like Marvel's finished too, but DC's more finished. Like DC is over. It's all Ezra Miller's fault.
I thought because obviously they've got the Batman's 2 scheduled for 2026 or something.
Yeah.
I think the Superman movie is 2025 or something.
Yeah.
And obviously after the Flash that came out, it's like just dropping in the box office. So they're like, DC's not making it to 2025. It's done. It's like, it's finished.
I mean, if they want to keep making movies, I'm sure they can.
They can just do it,
Of course they can,
But it's like, is it worth it though? That's the thing. Because it's like,
it's never. But it hasn't been worth it since Batman vs Superman. I think Man of Steel is probably good, fine.
Man of Steel did fine. Man of Steel, people didn't really love Man of Steel, but it wasn't.
I mean, it's definitely not a good movie.
Yeah,
but I think
But people didn't like. It wasn't like.
Yeah.
It
people
wasn't
paid
like,
to go watch that movie.
Yeah, and it wasn't blasted the way everything else has kind of been.
True.
Blasted.
Yeah, because it was the first one.
Yeah.
And then Batman vs Superman, people probably still went to go watch that because Man of Steel wasn't terrible.
Yeah.
But then that was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it's just gone downhill. Like, it's gone worse and worse. Like, Justice League was a really bad movie.
Justice League was bad.
Like, the original cut. It was so bad. It was so rushed. Like, the story was rushed.
Yeah.
Everything just felt terrible.
But I feel I might need to have a look. But I feel like they've kind of been breaking even on movies. I feel like at least.
Oh yeah, of course. I'm sure they're making their money.
That's what I mean by is it worth it?
Yeah,
like,
I'm absolutely sure that they're making. They're probably going to make their money on this Flash movie as well.
But at the moment they're not because
they're not.
They're literally the last week was like, or this weekend, the last weekend was like 14 million in the box office.
Damn.
When you got Across the Spider-Verse and something like that making like 70 million.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's all
shocking.
Ezra Miller's fault.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure people are boycotting the movie.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But and then obviously they got Blue Beetle coming out in August.
What a waste of time.
Hey man, Blue Beetle's a G.
Blue Beetle. I like the Blue Beetle character, but no one knows that character.
That's not pulling in people.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you're not gonna get people are not gonna get excited about your brand by using your like kind of D-tier characters, and no one, like only the people who like the comics or like the cartoons or whatever.
They're fully trying to do a Marvel. Like, obviously, Marvel brought in like Ant-Man and that. No one knew who Ant-Man was until his movie.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah. But they already had established characters there to be like, these lot are joining these other lot in the same universe.
Yeah.
So go watch it so you are up to date.
Yeah.
And also, Blue Beetle hasn't been pushed as like, you don't see no billboards about it. You don't see no
the trailer's fire,
adverts. The trailer is good. I watched it when it first dropped. I was like, it's a good trailer.
Yeah, that's alright.
But
it's got a little Uzi song on there. But yeah, the trailer looks good. But yeah, that's the thing. Because yeah, as you said, people who, if you know Blue Beetle, you'll probably watch it. But if not, then
if not, like that's the thing. Like with Guardians of the Galaxy and like Ant-Man and stuff like that, it was part of the Marvel wave where everything Marvel was doing was pretty decent.
Yeah.
So it was like, do you know what? This is just a new Marvel. I don't actually know this character. I've never heard anything about the character, but the trailer looks cool. Like, and Marvel are on a run right now, whereas DC are on a run of tragedy. So it's like, why am I going out of my house to watch this? Like, if I'm barely caring about Batman and Superman right now, why am I going out of my house to watch Blue Beetle? Like, are you serious?
That's
I think
very good
the thing is, I think if people like the diehard DC fans and whatnot go watch it, and it's a good movie, then it should stir up something, and then more people will go watch it.
No, it'll probably just be a cult classic. I ain't gonna lie to you. It will just probably just turn into a cult classic. Like it would just be one of those things where like those who know will be like, yeah, that's a good movie. Yeah. And everyone else would be like, do you know what? I never watched that because it was DC and DC were on we're doing a disaster class.
But yeah, The Flash wasn't a good movie, I don't think.
I didn't hate it. I can't lie. I
mean, my reaction to it wasn't nowhere near as bad as like Justice League and Batman vs Superman. But I was unimpressed. As like going into it, I was like, this trailer looks alright. I think I could like this movie, and then coming out the other side, I'm like, let me down.
Okay, yeah, I went in with no expectations.
So what happens? I'm never gonna watch this movie, and I don't know whether listeners are gonna watch it or not. But yeah, tell me what happens because I need to know to catch up.
So it's generally a Flashpoint story.
Yeah.
So
is he trying to save his mum?
Yeah. Yeah. So he obviously he was talking with Iris.
Yeah.
And then they were like having a conversation about things they did in the past, and she mentioned something, and he was like, he latched onto that and was like, oh, I could go back in time because obviously he does that in Justice League, but he only goes back a short distance. Yeah. Then he goes speak to Batman. Batman's like, don't do it. Don't be stupid.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, I won't.
It's Batfleck.
Batfleck, yeah.
Okay.
He's like, okay, I won't. But then he does. And messes up the time. But it's more that he goes back, he saves his mum, and but then he tries to go back to the future and then gets knocked out early.
Right. But his plan was though, he's like, if I can change something so minor that it changes the course of my mum's life, but it's something that is so minor that it shouldn't really cause too much of a ripple. Yeah. So basically it was him, because the dad got sent out to the shop to buy tomatoes. Yeah. And then when the dad was out, the mum got killed. Yeah. So the plan was
just to get tomatoes in the house.
Basically. Yeah. So when the mum was on shopping, put tomatoes in her trolley. That was the plan. So he did it, and then But then I guess where he messed up was he went to go and see his parents, and then had dinner with them, and then his. Oh my days!
No, that was after he tried to go back to the future. So he thought he was in his time.
Yeah.
He thought he was back in his time. Went to go eat food with the parents. Then sees his younger self coming back into the house. Yeah. And he's like, oh, no, what's happened here? Something's gone wrong. Did you watch The Flash up until like Avatar? No, okay. The TV show, obviously. No.
I dropped out of The Flash like maybe season 3.
I think season 3 was probably Avatar, but you just don't remember.
Is that the black Flash suit guy?
No, that's Zoom.
Zoom. That's I was trying to remember what his name was. Zoom.
Savitar he was in like a mech kind of thing. He's like big silver.
Yeah.
And he always used to say, "I am the future Flash."
Yeah, it rings a bell.
I definitely didn't see that. I remember.
Did you see Wally?
Yeah.
Then you probably saw Savitar too.
Like Wally wasn't doing anything. I don't think Wally was Wally yet.
You didn't see Wally as Kid Flash?
Nah, I don't think.
Okay,
he was in the show as Wally, and I was like, and I knew.
Did you see Malfoy?
What, the actor?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Then you didn't see Savitar.
Yeah, I saw Malfoy. I remember him in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was the same season as Savitar.
Okay. Yeah.
Because Wally was black, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember him, and he was obviously he's related to Iris and
Iris.
all that. Yeah. I remember him coming and like living with them, and he was just he was
Iris'
just
brother, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think I remember when he got powers because he got his powers the same time as someone else, no?
So he got he gets his powers the same time as Jesse Quick.
Yeah.
But he gets initially he gets his powers because Barry does a flashpoint.
Yeah.
And then in that flashpoint world he has powers. Then when Barry goes back to the regular world, he doesn't have powers. But then Savitar, the Malfoy's character, has the ability to give people powers who had powers in the flashpoint world.
Okay.
So he pretty much he gives Wally back his powers, but then he gets them taken away. And then later on, him and Jesse Quick get their powers properly.
Maybe I saw it then. I don't know. But yeah, I remember seeing Wally, but I don't remember seeing him being actually Kid Flash, like doing anything.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, obviously he goes back. He realizes that his younger self is there as well, and but the world is different. So like Zod is coming early, and they don't know where Superman is. So they're like, who's going to stop him? So then they try to find Superman. They try to find Wonder Woman, Aquaman. They can't find any of them.
Yeah.
Then they go try to find Batman. They find him. He is.
But before this, though, he's obviously Barry hasn't got powers at this point in the future. Past Barry.
Past Barry doesn't have powers.
So, and the thingy is about to happen, the lightning attack that gave him his powers. So he's got to take him back
to make sure he gets
his powers.
Yeah.
Otherwise, he won't have powers. And then they both get struck by the lightning and stuff. And then he loses his powers, and young Barry gets powers.
Jokes. Okay.
That was quite funny. I thought
it was quite funny. Yeah.
There's a scene where obviously he thinks he's still the Flash.
Yeah.
Tries to do the Flash speed, just there, just like prancing around the room because he can't run in full speed.
I hate that so much. I hate the Flash like CG run.
Yeah.
So much. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And also the way he was running with like his arms like out here and flying across his body.
I was about to say he's doing a Naruto run.
Yeah. No, he's like.
It doesn't make.
But he looks like he runs like an idiot. Anyway.
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
You know the sorry, this is earlier bit. Well, you know when right at the start when he's working with Batman to save the town and to save the babies.
Yeah.
I burst out laughing when the kid was in the microwave.
Yeah, I was like,
kid was in the microwave.
He put a child in a microwave. Like they were all falling out of the building.
Yeah.
And the microwave was obviously falling out of the building too. And he went into like his flash speed to like did like a Quicksilver thing. He put a child, one of the babies, inside a microwave.
Yeah.
Because basically there was all these kind of things happening which was going to kill the baby.
Yeah.
And just the way everything was happening, I started laughing, and no one else in the
that scene made no sense to me. I was like, this is so stupid.
It was so dumb. So basically, there's one baby who's like falling, and there's knives flying at him. Another baby which is about to fall into some fire. Another baby which I think is about to get like eaten by a dog or something. It's just the most random things. And again, CGI was terrible. CGI was so bad in it. But yeah, that no one else in the cinema laughed, and I was like. It was just the way every single baby was just in a bad situation. I was like, oh my god.
The bad situation should have just been that they were going to hit the floor.
Yeah, that's like literally. They weren't just hitting the floor. They were like literally, one's about to get stabbed, one's about to get like exploded, one's about to all this kind of stuff.
Oh my days! Let the bodies hit the floor. Yeah, that's
sorry, go on, Cam.
Where were we? Oh yeah, so they go to visit Batman. They get there, and then Batman is what's his name? Michael Keaton.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So obviously that's a throwback.
And he's like a hobo now. He's living in the Wayne Manor, but he's not Batman.
Poor.
Yeah, he's not poor.
He's not poor.
He's like got long hair.
Oh, shame.
Running around barefoot.
Like you can't see who he is until he starts talking. You can't really tell who he is.
So like Dark Knight Rises, Christian Bale at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they speak to him.
Also, hold on. I'm assuming the answer is no, but Christian Bale was not in this movie.
No.
Unfortunately not.
There was another one. Another one does turn up though.
No, but there was rumors that like they were holding back Christian Bale, and Christian Bale said he would only do it if my man said he could do it.
Who's my man?
The director of those three, I can't remember who it was.
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah. And Christopher Nolan. So apparently Christian Bale said, "I'd only do it if Christopher Nolan says it's okay." And apparently Christopher Nolan said, "I don't have a problem." so everyone was like, "Confirmed, Christian Bale will be in the movie." But I was like, so I was always a bit like, "Nah, I don't think so." But yeah, okay, cool. But yeah, cool. Go ahead.
Yeah. So then they meet Batman. Batman kind of explains why the world is different to what Barry experienced, the original Barry, and they explain it in like a weird kind of way where they say it's like a ripple effect, but it ripples out from the point backwards and forwards. So obviously the Batman that they meet is an older guy as well.
Yeah.
So he's older than Barry thought he should be.
Yeah.
So it kind of like said that that's the reason why he changed something here, but instead of just affecting his future, it also affected the past.
But the thing is, right? Okay, so how does that happen? Because Bruce Wayne. Oh, okay. No, you're saying it already affects the past as well. Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say because I feel like Bruce Wayne would have been already alive. So how do you age him? But
yeah.
No.
So
yeah,
they explained it as like with spaghetti. So he was like kind of saying that this is where you took the thing out from, and then you crack the spaghetti, and then it kind of breaks both timelines. And it sets you on a separate path now.
Right.
So it's a whole different universe, and you've affected both sides.
Okay.
So that was.
I was interested in how they explain
timeline
kind of
stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's complete bullshit. Like, there's no actual science there.
Yeah.
So you can kind of make up whatever you want, but it has to have some logic to it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they just basically make up something with the least amount of holes.
Yeah.
Basically, that's what you have to do.
Yeah, so then it just goes through the movie. The two Barrys try and convince Batman to help them find Superman and stop Zod. He's like, "Nah, I'm retired." They're like, "Cool, we're going to use your Batcave to find him then."
Yeah.
They do that. They can't find him because they're bad detectives.
Yeah.
Then Batman's like, "Okay, I'm going to help."
Of course.
Barry like does like a speech or something, and then he's like, "Okay, I'm going to help."
Yeah.
He finds him. He finds Superman instantly.
Overnight.
Like
Puts his suit on.
minimal
comes out.
effort.
I'm Batman.
They get in the
with the stiff neck.
Bat
And all
plane.
that, yeah.
Brother, he looked old in that suit. Like you can see around his mouth, it's just like all the
wrinkles.
Yeah, the wrinkles in there. It's like, yeah, look at it, it's old. But yeah, then they got the Batmobile, not the Batmobile, the Bat
plane or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it's called.
That coming down was kind of sick. Like
Yeah.
coming down from the ceiling like an actual bat. I was like, this is hype.
Yeah.
I can get down with this. And then yeah, they fly off to Russia to go get Superman.
Oh, is it Communist Superman?
No.
Damn it. Communist Superman in the comics kills me so much. Because this is like such nonsense. But yeah, what if Superman was born in the USSR? Absolute nonsense. That would have been funny. I might go and watch the movie just for that. That's hilarious.
Then they get there, like break into a compound that's apparently holding or where Superman should be. And then they like find a like a dome kind of thing in the center of the place.
Yeah, it's Korra.
Hmm?
It's Korra.
Yeah.
Kara.
Sorry, yeah, Kara. Yeah.
It's Kara, yeah. They break her out, but she's like all shriveled up and
Withered.
stuff because they've been pumping in red sun.
Ah, right, yeah.
I'm not sure. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like when they take her out, the room like flashes red. I'm like, okay, so she's just been getting pure red sun in her veins.
Yeah.
Then
But they don't mention it. They don't explain it.
No, because them lot don't know. Obviously, the Flash and Batman are just like, this is a random woman in a random box.
Yeah, they were going
Who
to
is
leave her
this?
basically because it's not it's not Superman. Let's go. And Barry's like, no, we got to save her. She's in a bad way, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be a hero.
Yeah. So they get her out, and then they get her outside, and obviously her body starts to rejuvenate with the yellow sun. And then she beats up some guys.
No, but
like actually kills some guys, actually.
Damn.
Just dashes man around.
Yeah.
But that's what Superman in this universe is about, though, man. That's why Man of Steel for me was horrible because I was like, this is just Dragon Ball Z fighting. It's not what Superman should be doing. Like literally flying through buildings, rubble everywhere, like all of these people.
Yeah.
I'm like, the collateral damage is crazy. Superman is not like of all the superheroes in all the land, Superman is the one that cares about that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like Batman don't care about no bullshit collateral damage. Batman will boom a building and make it explode, and then we'll be like, "No, I don't kill people." I was like, "You do,
You do."
But like Superman cares about that sort of stuff. Like Wonder Woman, again, doesn't really. I feel like you could have Wonder Woman flying through buildings with people in it,
Yeah.
and it'd be relatively explainable. But Superman is the one hero that cares about that sort of stuff. That you shouldn't have him doing that, but they had him doing that, and then they had him M Zod as well, which was wild.
Yeah. Hey, she had a little appearance in the movie earlier as well. Wonder Woman. Yeah.
With the theme song.
Yep.
Is that? Did you watched Shazam, right?
Yeah.
And she appeared at the end of that
With
movie.
the theme song.
Is that getting annoying?
It's overusing it.
Yeah.
I still like it though. I can't lie. I still do like it.
It's hard, but it's
it's
too much.
overused. Every single movie now just pops up. And
She's literally the only. She's the only. I mean, they've gotten Batman and the flashback, but she's the only one they can pull for every single movie. She's that easy to get.
Yeah, and there's literally no point in her part in the movie either.
Gal Gadot.
Yeah. But yeah, that was way earlier. So yeah, so they save Supergirl, go back to the Wayne Manor. She's got her suit and stuff. She's taking in the sun, getting stronger.
But she's also like, I don't really care about you humans, so I'm not gonna help you.
Yeah,
and just leaves.
Damn.
And then original Barry's like, okay, so I need my powers now.
Right, because if we're gonna fight Zod,
we need at least. We could, if we have 2 flashes, we might stand a chance.
Yeah.
So they try and recreate the experiment and fail, and he nearly dies.
Yeah.
But then Supergirl comes back and takes him up into the clouds and gets him struck by lightning in the clouds, and then that works. Then he comes back.
That crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, he's survived 2 lightning strikes already. Like the fact that he was able to come back from 3 lightning strikes, craziness. He should have been dead from 1.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he comes back.
While you're talking, I'm just gonna pour some more drinks.
Cool.
So keep doing that.
Younger Flash creates a new suit for himself.
That was quite funny.
He just been using original Flash's suit.
Yeah, so because the Flash had his powers back now, he gave, and then young Flash just defaced the Batman suit.
Yeah.
And turned it into the Flash
it up
suit.
and crazy.
He's there chopping off the ears. That was quite funny. And then puts the lightning bolt across the bat crest on it and stuff like that. So yeah, that was quite funny, I thought.
And then they go off to fight Zod.
But Kara tried to fight Zod before, didn't she, as well? And then she just went over there.
She went over there to look and then saw Zod and his men kill humans.
Yeah.
And she was like, nah, I can't stand for this.
Oh shit, I thought she didn't care about humans.
That's what she said.
Yeah, she said that. And I think when she went and saw what them man were doing, she's like, okay, maybe the humans aren't that bad. And then she came back and was like to Barry, why did you save me? Sort of thing.
Yeah, I think that's more the reason why. Because he was like, he saved her when he didn't need to.
Yeah.
So she was like, okay, she was moved by that afterwards. But then, they go to fight Zod and just get rolled. They will, the two, both Kara and Thingy die, and Batman die. And then...
Like, for real?
For real.
Kara got boomed by Zod.
Yeah, Kara gets
murked.
Yeah, Kara gets destroyed.
She's meant to be stronger than Clark.
I don't know if I've ever heard that before.
Yeah. She's always meant to be stronger than Clark. Because, A, she's older.
But she comes to Earth later.
But she's meant to be stronger. Because she's meant to have had Kryptonian training and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. But yeah, I mean, she's been sitting in the red sun for however long. Who knows?
Yeah, she hadn't fully charged yet.
Yeah. So he comes in. Obviously, he can't really fly or anything. But then multiple people attack her at the same time. That's how they win, really. Like, she's beating him. But then, other people come and she loses. She dies, and then Batman does something stupid, and he dies.
He just flies.
Batman does something stupid.
He commits suicide, basically.
I mean, he was old. He was over it.
Yeah.
He's like, he basically, for the greater good, I'm gonna kill myself and destroy this ship while I'm at it, sort of thing. So that's what he did.
And then the Barrys are like, let's go back in time and try and resolve this. So they do.
Oh my days.
They bring them back. They try again. They warn them and try and help them so they don't die the same way again.
Yeah.
Then they die again.
Oh my god. Okay.
Younger Barry gets shanked in the arm and has a big piece of Kryptonian metal just sticking out of his arm.
Yeah.
And then he tries to use that to fight people. Then they're like, okay, let's go back in time again and try and save this. Again, they die. All the Barry's like, okay, we need to stop. We're doing too much. This is not going to work.
It's a canon event.
Pretty much. He's like, we can't do anything. They're going to die 100%. Younger Barry's like, no, we have to keep trying.
Yeah.
So he keeps trying.
What the hell's wrong with you? Why are you standing there? Let's go. Let's go help them.
He keeps coming back with more pieces of metal sticking out of him. And what we should have told you is that earlier in the movie, when Barry's trying to go back in time to his time, he gets knocked out early. by some being that we don't know what it is.
Right. Okay. Okay. I was actually wondering that. I was like, you said he got knocked out. I was like, by who or what?
Yeah.
Was it the Reverse Flash? It was me, Barry.
That's literally. So I was like, that's not Reverse Flash. And I was trying to remember what I forgot his name again. The black
Zoom.
I thought it was him at first. I was like, is it Zoom? But I was like, nah, it can't be Zoom.
I thought it was like because they have later on they have like time raves that like whenever Barry tries to change the past they attack him.
Yeah.
So I thought that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But then we find out that it's the younger Flash who's just been repeating that day trying to save them lot. So he's like kind of stuck in the Speed Force.
Right.
And he's like fully covered in the Kryptonian metal.
Right.
Just sticking out of his body.
Right.
And he's old now and stuff.
Yeah.
He's just continuously just doing that over and over and over again.
Oh, that's
Which is
dedication.
why I asked about Savitar, because that's what like Savitar's kind of backstory is. He's like a time remnant that kept on living after Barry defeats Zoom. So like Barry creates a time remnant to defeat Zoom, and then that time remnant keeps living and turns into Savitar and comes back to like as a villain to the Flash for some reason.
Right. Yeah.
But then they do a Eddie Thawne where the older version of the younger Barry tries to kill regular Barry,
Right.
but the younger Barry jumps in the way and dies.
Dies, and it kills the older version.
Yeah.
But while this is happening, that all the universes start colliding,
Yeah.
and then like you see all the different Flash. So you see like was it
Jay
Flash
Garrick.
Gordon? Jay Garrick, that's it. Yeah, with the silver
With the
hat
silver
on.
hat and that. Yeah.
Nicolas Cage is Superman.
Yep.
Just randomly.
Okay.
Christopher Reeve pops up, CGI'd.
Yeah.
Just a whole bunch of different Flash universes they're showing and stuff. And then once the young Barry dies, the kind of just fixes all fixes.
Yeah. And then regular Barry's like, okay, let me fix this fully, and pretty much goes back in time to reverse what he changed.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he does.
Can't believe that wasn't earlier in the list of things to do.
No, but then he would lose his mum. He doesn't want to lose his mum.
Nah, he's been there.
And he just got his speed as well.
True. No, but they've been fighting Zod.
Yeah.
And dying. And I feel like at some point you gotta be like, okay, cool. Do you know what? I gotta undo this whole.
I mean, he only tried to save them twice.
Yeah, he was the
gave
other
up
Flash.
pretty quickly.
He was trying to save them multiple times.
Right. Fair enough.
Yeah, and if not for his younger self, he probably would have done it quicker. But his younger self was still there.
Yeah.
Like, we need to save them, and also you're just gonna let my Earth die because these Kryptonians are gonna come and kill off everyone to remake Krypton. But yeah, he goes back in time, saves his mum. No, not saves his mum.
Kills his mum, basically.
Yeah, reverses what he did.
Right, so this is what Miles needs to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Miles Morales needs to watch this movie. It's a canon event, bro. It needs to happen.
But obviously, his dad's trial is meant to be happening as well in the future,
Oh, yeah.
in present day.
Yeah.
So he's like, what can I do to save my dad from going to prison or staying in prison?
Yeah.
Because it's like an appeal trial, whatever.
Yeah.
So there's like, the dad could obviously go to the shop, but they had no way to prove that he was at the shop because when he was at the shop, his cap was down, the camera couldn't see his face because the tomatoes were down low.
Mm-hmm.
So Barry instead changes his tomatoes to be on top.
Okay.
So he has to look up to get them.
Or you just grab the cap.
I mean,
Give
he
me
could have
that
done
shit.
that.
So
when he goes-
stops him going shop. I got run for my cat, babe. So he goes back.
Nah, we're not having tomatoes today.
So yeah, when he goes out to the future, he goes to his dad's trial. His dad gets off because they get the new evidence.
Yeah.
And then this is pretty much the end of the movie. But then Batman pulls up in his like expensive car. He's like, "Yo, come over here. Let me chat to you."
Jeez, you're my size.
Basically, he's on the phone with him and he just pulls up like, "I'm pulling up right now. Come through."
Yeah. But then it's a different. It's not Batfleck.
It's not Batfleck.
Something else.
It's one of the other ones.
George Clooney.
Yeah.
Oh, George Clooney.
Yeah.
Okay. It's funny because I feel like I haven't seen him act in like 20 years.
He just does random parts, like just pops up and that's it. Other than this Ocean's 13 or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. And then what? That's the end of the movie.
Basically, yeah. And then they have the post-credit scene with Aquaman.
With Aquaman.
Yeah.
What does he do?
What was that? I didn't stay for it because I don't really care.
It was basically like him and Aquaman in a pub or something, and Aquaman was like drunk, and then he was basically carrying him back to his flats, kind of thing. There wasn't really much to it, but yeah, that was kind of it.
Okay, so we don't actually know where this leaves the DC universe really then.
Well, it leaves it in a different universe.
Yeah, completely.
Okay.
Because George Clooney's Batman now in the DC universe.
So at the end of this, so at the end of this, George Clooney's Batman.
Yeah.
But we know that's not going to be.
No.
Okay.
And Jason Momoa was still Aquaman there.
Okay. But it's interesting. So I'm wondering if they're just going to go all in my man, Robert Pattinson.
Maybe.
And not necessarily bring him into the universe, but just keep him.
Have that be the new
have
universe.
That just be, not necessarily be the new universe,
Just him
have that be the
being
Batman.
a separate thing.
So like they could do like they would never do this, but they could just do a DC universe sans Batman. Same way same way Marvel have been Marvel without the X-Men, for example.
Yeah.
They could just be like, you know, we're gonna or like we'll have like stories of Batman, like you know how they can like
bring
little,
Nightwing through or something,
like little news articles or like
Yeah.
news reports. The Batman's been doing X, Y, Z in Gotham, but like tell other stories, tell Aquaman stories, tell this that stories, and then just have Batman stories be self-contained with Robert Pattinson elsewhere.
They could do, to be fair.
They should do that because that Batman is too dark to be in the same universe.
That's what I was thinking.
As the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
And like the Batman and the Joker, those two things
they could
make
merge.
sense to be together.
Yeah.
Everything else doesn't make sense. Like you can't put that together.
But then I guess we don't know what route they're going to take with the next movies. Because obviously it's James Gunn though, isn't it? Who's doing them? The guy who done Guardians.
Yeah, I think so.
So it'll probably be quite lighthearted and stuff.
And Blue Beetle's supposed to be in this new universe.
Is that a new universe?
I think so because it's after the Flash. I thought everything coming after the Flash
After.
was meant to be in this new universe.
But then I thought they're just taking a break. I thought this was just kind of done rogue sort of thing, Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle, maybe.
Because I thought they were taking a break and then going to come back in 2025 for Superman, and then from there they'd kind of start again.
Maybe
Blue Beetle will be the first movie of the.
This could be because I know this movie, The Flash, is meant to be like an end of those movies and a start to the new movies.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because they have to drop Ezra Miller now.
I was like, surely they're not keeping Ezra.
They have to drop it.
Not a chance.
So maybe they just, instead of having this be the beginning of the new stuff, they just have that be the end of the old stuff.
Yeah.
And then they have their new stuff and they just bring whatever in they want to bring in.
I reckon so. Yeah. Because they can't have Ezra Miller come back.
They can't
into
keep
Flash.
that guy.
No way. And this movie does stem off a whole, because if George Clooney's not gonna be Batman, Ezra Miller's in his own universe now, so it can be like new universe, start again.
Yeah,
could fully do that. Which in that case, it could just be what's his name, Robert Pattinson's universe.
Yeah,
and then it could be dark, like DC's supposed to be. This is my thing about like some of these DC movies as well. I'm like you're, and this is why it just pissed me off because like you're just trying to copy Marvel. I'm like you don't have you can. Fully
like do your own thing.
You could fully do
your own market.
thing. You don't need to be all like jokey, like one-liners, all of this like Marvel and all this like
some characters, sure, but not every single character needs to be happy.
Yeah, like Blue Beetle. Let him tell jokes all day long.
Yeah,
but we don't need like Batman movies where he's making one-liners.
Yeah. And like Superman is not a one-liner guy either. That guy's straight to the point.
Straight to the point. Like
he's not serious like Batman, but he's straight to the point still. He's like, we're here for justice. And we're gonna do the justice and then we're gonna go home.
Graham Clark is just a bumbling idiot. He's not gonna be making one-liners or anything.
Nah.
Yeah, but I'm glad to hear that things have been left in the deed. I thought they were fully gonna like set up everything. Like I thought it was gonna be literally like everyone was gonna come out like like a fashion show, just have like the new Wonder Woman and the new Batman and the new Superman just walking down like the
little cameo just popping up randomly.
Just like this is all the people that we have now. That's gonna be our universe.
That would have been cool.
All of them just sitting around the table in the Justice League meeting.
Yeah, Justice League, like in the was it the Watchtower?
Yeah,
just have them all sat down.
The Hall of Justice.
The Hall of Justice,
Yeah,
that's it. Just have them sat in the Hall of Justice, like boom. Like that would have been. Do you know what? I feel like that could be quite interesting if they just dropped us into a universe where everything is just in effect. So like the Hall of Justice already there, boom, boom, boom. Like you got
and just bare heroes, just all
bare heroes, bare villains, like and just. But obviously, every movie or every like thing, they have to establish it. But just have it be in a universe where this has all been going on.
Yeah, we don't need more origin stories.
Exactly. So I'm just literally like establish who this hero is or who the villain is and what their backstory is, so people have a grasp on it. But have it be so that in universe, This has been happening.
Yeah. So they all know each other already.
Yes.
They're not first meet. They're not meeting each other for the first time.
And like, and people, pedestrians on the street and all of this, they're fully aware of what's happening. It's just the audience stays. So obviously you have to establish it to the audience, but have it be in universe. Like, this is really happening. Like Young Justice does that very well. As far as I'm concerned.
Young Justice does it perfectly. It just drops us in like his 5 or 4 whatever they are,
Utes
who have been sidekicks to these Donnies and know each other already.
Yeah,
and now they're coming together as a team.
And like, villains already. They already know all the villains. They already know everything. Like,
The light is just established characters who have now just come together as a team to be the enemies to Young Justice. But again, that's animated saying that they just done well.
Yeah.
But it's problems. We'll see what happens with DC.
We'll see what happens with DC. I'm not optimistic. I'm not optimistic for Marvel. I think comic book movies are gonna just fade away for a while, which is probably a good thing. We've had like a long run of comic book movies, which traditionally is unheard of. Like usually you get like standalone comic book movies for a while and then disappear.
Yeah, we didn't have all these cinematic universes when we were younger and stuff. Just literally like Superman.
Yeah, just
and the old Spider-Man movies.
Yeah. And you just had, Superman standalone, Batman standalone. Everything was just standalone.
Like, even to each other, they barely even had, like, sequel movies. It was just, like, one movie.
Yeah. And even
Superman had,
Batman,
like,
Superman had 3.
But Batman had, like, one.
Batman only had, 2? Just one, because it had all the separate movies, and I think only one with George Clooney. Was it George Clooney? No,
I think one of them had 2.
Yeah, I think Michael Keaton maybe.
It was Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Because he had Batman and he had Batman Returns.
Yeah. When Robin came in the second one, and then obviously Robin was in the George Clooney one that was after.
Yeah,
as
after
well.
Batman and Robin.
Yeah. With so Batman Returns with Poison Ivy and that. Two-Face.
Yeah.
That was the Arnold one as well, right?
Yeah.
As Mr. Freeze.
With Poison Ivy, that one.
Yeah, so I feel like that's gonna happen, and I feel like we're just gonna have to, in terms of like universes, we're just gonna have to rely on Fast and Furious.
That's the universe that needs to die. It needs to be done.
That's carrying us for the next 10 years, probably.
Yeah, Fast and Furious is taking us. That's the universe we all gotta get sucked into. It's gonna be like, what's Hobson Shaw doing? What's going on?
I mean, those are some big actors still. So
absolutely. Like, I don't think those movies will ever do badly. Just off the strength.
The thing is, the last movie was actually decent. That's the funny part. Like Jason Momoa in it carried. Like, he's not even that guy. He's not that guy at all. No. But bro, he was great in that movie. Like, he carried the movie without him in it. You probably haven't seen the last 5 of them.
I saw the one where Vin Diesel's character pretends to be bad for a little while because.
Oh, that was
one of the more recent ones.
Yeah,
I feel
that
like
was
it's
like 9 or 8.
One of them. I think it was like either 8 or 9.
Oh yeah, that was the last one.
Wait, no, the newest one is 10, right?
10, yeah. Was it the one with space?
Nah. I think it was 8. It was 8
then, yeah.
Because he pretends to be bad, and everyone's like, "Why would he do this? I thought this was all about family." And then he's like, "It is about family. They've got my son or whatever." And it's like, okay. Yeah. So I've seen that one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in terms of, and I saw Tokyo Drift. And I've seen like 111. I've definitely not seen all of them.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen the first one. Probably not the second one either. I think Tokyo Drift is like the third.
Third, yeah.
And it's kind of like out of canon or kind of like
it's a not a prequel. It's like a after story. So it's like it's not it's canon, but it's like
I feel like it just happens that elsewhere.
Yeah, it's not. It's just not in the same like timeline. So it's kind of like 1, 2, 3 is like after 7, then 5, 6, then 4, 5, 6, 3. That's how kind of the timeline will go, sort of thing. Because they actually they bring the people back from 3 in it at some point. In
what, man like Bow Wow?
Bow Wow, yeah, man looking old and chubby.
Man's calling Cyril Ramaphosa on the Sorry.
Bow Wow and the main guy both came back in it in 9, maybe or 8. One of them two.
Crazy. But yeah, I've just seen like odd movies. I haven't seen all of them. Like, I think maybe I've seen like 5 or 6 as well. Like,
yeah.
It was always like, because it was one of those movies where like I would never be like, if it was in cinema, and I'd be like, yo, I gotta go watch this Fast and Furious movie. But like, if someone else was going, or like if someone else wanted to go, like, I want to go, like, watch. Yeah. I'm like, all right, cool, I'll come. Because like, it's like one of them ones that you don't actually really need to know what's like happening in the overarching story per se. But it's always fine. Like, it is what it is. But yeah, no, there's that. There's obviously John Wick.
Avatar.
Baba Yaga.
That's apparently that's been postponed now to 2031 for
Good.
the last 5.
2031. Good.
So the last one's coming out in 2031.
The last one's in 2031.
Yeah.
That's a...
Even Zoe Saldana tweeted something like, "When I started this, I was 27, and when they finished, I'm going to be 53 or something like that."
But they should have done everything. Like her part should have been done long before 2031.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
But still, she would have been. That's 20 years.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah. What other universes do we have? We have so Fast and Furious,
John Wick.
Harry Potter.
I guess Fantastic Beasts is still going, no?
Is that still going?
I don't know.
I feel like
I didn't watch the last one.
Yeah, the last one wasn't very good. I didn't enjoy it.
Okay, then Harry Potter's dead.
I don't know.
I'm
They're bringing
confirming it.
out a series apparently, so that's moving to TV now.
Yeah, but they can 100% milk
Series
that.
don't count. Series don't count.
Expendables.
Is that still going?
The 4th one's coming out. 50 Cent in it.
Damn,
Yeah.
okay.
But aren't like most of them guys old?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, they
They've
were
been
old when it started.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I feel like that was kind of the point of the movie. Is that these old action heroes is just like, let's do this thing.
But my point is that they can't go on for much longer.
Can't go on.
Nah,
It would just pass on to the next
The
generation.
next
of old
generation of
action.
Expendables.
Yeah, the next generation of old action heroes.
Liam Hemsworth and them man will be coming into it to just take over.
Yeah, but like I feel when I say universes, I feel like it has to be universes that have like loads of characters. So I was thinking about Creed, but I was like, Creed doesn't have like loads. Like, obviously, there's Big Creed, but it just focuses on my man. Well, I guess it's the Rocky universe technically. But
Yeah, that's the Rocky universe.
But it's just
think they're doing
just
another
Rocky and
Rocky.
Creed. They're making another Rocky.
I think they're making another Rocky.
How could they make another Rocky?
Same way they did Creed. Like
No, but Creed. Oh, what? Next Generation.
yeah, so it'll be
But
Rocky.
he didn't have like a child in. He didn't see like in Creed. It doesn't feel like
Yeah, it
he has a
doesn't feel like he
family.
has children.
No, he had a son in Rocky.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, and then his son's obviously got a son, but it could just be a random dude. He just thought. I think it might be a woman even.
Oh,
He
right,
starts
okay.
training up, sort of thing. But yeah, he had a son.
I don't know how a woman boxing movie where they're like just throwing bombs like Creed. I don't know how well that would go down. You know.
That would be
Yeah.
sick. I'll watch that. Two women punching each other.
Damn. Okay.
What? I'm not saying I'm going to watch a man beat a woman down.
No, I know. I hear what you're saying. I just don't know. I don't think
Public
it.
will
Yeah,
take it as well.
But what's to complain about?
There's nothing to complain about. I just don't think people would rush to it like that.
I
People,
mean-
like in the same way people don't watch women's boxing the same way that they watch men's boxing.
True.
That's all I'm saying. I don't think it will be like a political thing. Like, oh my god, like these women. Da, da, da. I think it would just be like
I reckon some people will be political. Like we don't want to watch women.
100%.
Like,
probably yeah. But I just feel like it just wouldn't appeal in the same way.
Yeah.
As a bunch of men just bashing each other. So to me, I don't want to see either. Honestly.
Yeah.
Like Creed 1, I was like, this is so fake.
Yeah.
But also, I don't want to see real boxing either. It was a weird situation to be in because I was like, I don't really enjoy real boxing, so I don't want to see like a real boxing match in this movie right now. But also, this is unbelievable. This is actually real life ridiculous.
Man,
the way
just
that
throwing haymakers.
literally no hands up, no nothing, just bam, 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 just like.
I love
yeah.
it. Love it.
That's like, I love it. I love it. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. So, is
Got
that
the Transformers universe.
Transformers
Oh, yeah.
universe is still grinding. Transformers definitely. Well, I don't think it's levels right now, but it's still grinding. But yeah,
I don't know. I feel like they're confused as to what they're doing. But yeah, they're still going on.
so let's see. Marvel. So we still got Marvel. I think it's dying, but we still got Marvel.
I mean, it's dying in terms of
popularity,
but it's not dying in terms of how many movies and
Yeah.
TV shows they're putting out.
Yeah, it's still going.
Did you watch the first episode of Secret Invasion?
Yeah.
What do you think?
It wasn't anything special. I don't think.
I mean, it wasn't
only
anything
one
special,
episode
but-
out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it was bad. I think it's trying to hit the same notes as like Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I feel like
I hate that.
it's hitting those better though. Because obviously it's just going to be pure action. Like, what else can it do? There's no like superpowers. There's no origin stories. It's just Nick Fury and the Skrull
Just
Yeah.
running around
doing our
going
battle.
crazy. Okay. But yeah, no, seriously, let's think. Right, there's got to be more universes than this. Because I feel like this is what we need. Like people like to sink their teeth into stuff. And I feel
Star
like,
Wars. That's still a thing.
That's still a thing. That's definitely still
Are they
a
still
thing.
making movies? Star Wars.
I mean, they can.
They can
They
at
can,
any
yeah.
point. They're not making movies at the moment. They're making like TV shows.
They have
Yeah.
like the Ahsoka movie.
Ahsoka TV show is coming. Obviously, Mandalorian is still about, I think, as well. That's still running. Yeah, Star Wars is definitely a universe that they can drop a movie at any point. It'll be gas. It will be gas. It will be. I feel like Star Wars somehow, right? So where Marvel is going through a period right now where I think everyone's kind of like not really feeling it, and as such, the buzz is dying.
Yeah,
I feel like Star Wars goes through periods where the fans, like the diehard fans, are like not feeling it, but everyone else is like, it's fine.
Yeah.
And so it will always be like popular to a level because the diehard fans will be like, I'm not feeling it. Let me buy this ticket and see it 7 times. Even though I'm not feeling it, I'm still going to go 7 times. And like a normal person will be like, oh yeah, Star Wars.
It's Star Wars, yeah.
But I feel like that's because obviously they've had bare time between the most recent trilogy and even the last trilogy before that.
The prequel trilogy was like early noughties.
Yeah.
And
so if they take
that, it was
if they just
fill
out the gap with TV shows of specific characters, they could probably just hold the buzz going and then bring out new Star Wars.
I think that's why as well because even though everyone hated the new Star like what was the one called? The Last Jedi, which was the first of this sequel trilogy.
Yeah.
But as it got on, it was like, no, but I still want to see Carrie Fisher as Leia. I still want to see Harrison Ford as Han Solo. I still want to see when they bring back my man as Luke. Why am I forgetting his name? Mark Hamill as Luke. Like, I still want to see that. So even though I hated that movie, and I know that these movies probably ain't going to be great, I still want to see like that moment happen where Luke Skywalker comes out.
And if they want to, they can just leave the Skywalkers behind and do something else
in the universe.
in the universe. They could honestly...
We don't even need to focus on Jedi.
That's what I was going to say. They could just drop out Jedis and do a next thing. Because obviously were there Jedis in Rogue One?
No. I don't think so.
And then Solo?
Actually, in Rogue One, like, I like Rogue One. Rogue One's a really good movie. So in Solo, in both of those movies, they had Sith. So in Rogue One, at the very, 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 very end, Darth Vader comes through.
Okay.
But Darth Vader comes through because it's the beginning of A New Hope.
Yeah.
So, where he, him and his people hops on Leia's plane, her spaceship. So Rogue One shows that scene again, but from Darth Vader's point of view, and it's gas. So high. And then Solo is the same thing, but they just confirmed that Darth Maul is alive.
Okay.
So it just shows that Darth Maul is alive. And it's like, oh my God, this guy's alive. They're going to bring him back. It's going to be crazy. And I know you like Darth Maul. So
yeah, Darth Maul's a G.
Yeah, and then even in like the Mandalorian and stuff, there's no actual like really Jedi presence. Obviously, the baby's got Force powers, Grogu, but there's not really. I think they link up with Ahsoka like once, but she's not a Jedi. She says she's not a Jedi. She's just a Force user, Force wielder.
She got a light shank.
She got a lightsaber.
A light shank.
She got a lightsaber, but like that doesn't make you a Jedi. It's just. She doesn't.
But she trained under the Jedi.
And then she was kicked out.
Oh, was she?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was a whole big thing.
Wait, so I didn't think she was canon. I thought she was like the Clone Wars TV cartoon. I didn't know that was canon.
That's all canon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that wasn't canon.
That's why people are gassed to watch Ahsoka because they think Darth Vader's going to be in it, and they think there's going to be a fight between her and Darth Vader. Again, with Obi-Wan Kenobi, everyone was like, we need to see Darth Vader versus Kenobi, even though technically in A New Hope, like Darth Vader's kind of like, I ain't seen my man in ages, so you kind of feel like I ain't seen him since the battle on the I can't remember what the name of the planet is, but the like lava and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone's like, nah, we don't care about that. Screw the canon. I want to see them fight. But yeah, so everyone's like, yeah.
Oh wait, so Kenobi is between that time, between the end of the third movie and the beginning of the fourth.
Yeah, because he's young. He's still
he's old Kenobi. Well, he's not old, but he's middle aged.
Oh, I thought
I feel like it's only a couple of years removed. Basically, he's middle aged because the actor's it's been like 20 years because of whatever. But I think it's literally like maybe 4 or 5 years.
No, but he's with Leia in Kenobi.
Yeah,
and Leia's young.
Yeah,
but then when the new Star Wars starts, she's an adult.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You're saying Kenobi's middle-aged, right?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying the time between the movies, it's been like 20 years in real life.
Yeah.
But in movie universe, it's, all right, Leia's probably like 7-8. So it's been about 7-8 years.
Yeah. And then, but after Kenobi to the Star Wars movie, A New Hope, it's probably like 10
plus.
Yeah.
10, at least, at very minimum 10. because obviously Leia's a
she's
grown
not.
woman.
Yeah, she's over. I would say she's probably 18.
She's probably like 20
something.
20
Yeah.
So probably like 13, 14
Yeah.
plus years.
But I remember, I guess, because the actor. But then like Obi-Wan Kenobi's old in this movie.
But it's because the actor.
Yeah.
Or maybe they just age differently in that universe. But yeah, like Star Wars is definitely a good shout. Like, and Game of Thrones universe is still kind of going with House of Dragon and all of that.
Yeah.
As a TV universe. But yeah, anyway, let's get into our next song. I think we've basically talked about this as far as we can. So for this one, we're gonna do Little Simz. Let me just double check what the name of the song is. Bum, 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 bum. Little Simz. It's like a real hip hop like vibe song. Like I really love. Oh, it's Gorilla. Yes, Gorilla. Little Simz Gorilla. So yeah, shout out to Little Simz. Take this one in, and we'll be back in a moment.
Simmer, who got the keys to my blood clot bimmer? Big time driller, monkey to gorilla. Who is this woman that I'm seeing in the mirror? Drink 42 and smoke cigar. Name one time where I didn't deliver. Silent figure, I was just on the ends dropping gems with my friends. I got a 3310 and a pack of blems. Then got the gold full black, circle back again. Rapping when nothing progressive was happening. Ooh, pain tolerance couldn't break us. Pay homage if you respect how we came up. Cool. Trying to get to the paper, hit it from Jamaica, might do me a favor. True. Big simmer, dipping 10 toes in that ice cold river. Bank got bigger, been a different species. Tunes in the locker, been waiting to unleash these. It's a no-show if you can't guarantee fees. I ain't got one threat to consider. Heaven and earth attached to one pillar. Rest in peace to Mac Miller. New Simz dropped to shake the whole shit up. What's next? We'll be here for months talking about prospects. Staying on my job, yes sir. And rain is against her. I'm river resistant on my polyester. Run through the jungle, they shoulda never let her. Cuts and wounds I hope never will fester. Yeah, big art collector, silent investor, film director. Beating on my
So yes, we are back again. So yeah, shout out to Little Simz. That one entitled Gorilla. Yeah, like that real music, man. Real music is back. We love to see it. But yeah, so for I guess this week's kind of in the media, like I say, we're still drinking, we're still having a good time. We like watching videos and here playing music and all of that. Literally being a bit vain and putting myself on now. I mean, it's my birthday.
You're big time.
I feel like I'm allowed to like listen to myself on my birthday at least. Like if
It's a birthday set as well.
And it's a birthday set, so it makes sense. My birthday set from 3 years ago. Crazy.
What are your slippers saying there?
Weekend.
A weekend.
So one said weekend and the other one said vibes.
Okay.
So this was in COVID time. So this is like lockdown from the studio that we had in our garden.
This is one you did live. Because I remember messaging you something about one of the cameras. I was like,
one
of the cameras is off or something.
This camera probably stopped working.
Yeah,
something like that.
Because this camera was your phone.
Yeah, and it was
It was
drama.
like your old phone.
Yeah. So like, I feel like this video, we're gonna play it, but I feel like this video, this camera and the other phone camera, both of them freeze from time to time.
Yeah.
And then, but the main camera's obviously good. But yeah, like we had to make do with what we had, didn't it? Like it's COVID. But yeah, it's my birthday show from 2020 when we're all in lockdown. Shout out to Deep Speaks, he was hosting for me. Obviously shout out to my brother T as well, he was there. Cam was there. Bez was locked in on the IG probably. Actually no, you said you were looking at the camera, so you would have been on the Twitch.
No, I was on Instagram Live.
How? Because if you're seeing the cameras, you couldn't have. The cameras. So on Instagram, there's another phone, my phone. There was another phone that we used for Instagram.
Oh, okay.
But
Maybe
with the
it was
cameras
Twitch then.
switching and everything,
Yeah.
it was on
okay, it would
Twitch.
have been Twitch then. Because I remember seeing them switching.
Yeah, so yeah, would have been Twitch. But yeah, because Instagram kept like so this was the period when me and T were doing live streams every week, and Instagram just kept locking us off. Because
Like, you can't play that.
Yeah, you can't play that. Like, this is copyrighted music. What are you doing? And it was peak. Like, it pissed me off because like at early days, my Instagram streams were they were going well. Like people were jumping in, like it was good. But because it kept getting locked off, whatever, and yeah, like it went downhill from there. And obviously, and then when everything opened up, it was whatever. But so we like the Twitch thing, and the Twitch was just not the same because no one has Twitch.
Yeah.
Like Instagram, you open Instagram app, you see, oh, yours is streaming. Boom, click in, and you're in, and you're involved, and like things are happening. So it's like people are talking. It's like interesting. I'm gonna stay around. Twitch, like no one's trying to.
You got to sign up or
yeah.
You can jump in without. I feel
without, but you can't say, you can't talk, you can't like,
you can't get involved.
Yeah, it's not the same. But yeah, the Instagram is fun. Like I've watched like when I listen back to like some of the recordings from that, and I'm like yo, you're shouting out bare people, my guy. Like there was a lot of people like involved in this Instagram thing, like, and like people like sending messages, and like I'm responding to the, like on the mic saying like to what they've sent and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, like that period was a time to be alive, man. It was good fun.
I think the Instagram was streamed on Deep Speak's Instagram, no?
As well. Yeah, so like we had our normal setup, and then he had his camera. He had his phone camera on another side, so it was both of them.
Okay.
But yeah, this was streamed everywhere, but it was good fun. Yeah, and like this angle was janky, but yeah, I don't know if you see behind me. There's a phone there, and that's the Instagram. Like in between me and T, just about you can see it as he's that down. Yeah, you can see it just there.
Where the light is, sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, just below the speaker.
Yeah, and that's my IG.
Oh yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then he's got Deeps has got his one to the left, just above
where he's facing.
Yeah, where he's facing. But yeah,
we've got some anime running on the TV.
It was the American anime, so not even an anime technically. It was like
that's like Merrowim.
No. It was I can't remember what it's called. It dropped during lockdown, and it's fully American animation, but it's like an anime style. And I feel like it's got my man. No, actually, I don't know. I can't remember what it's called. But I know it's American. It's not Japanese. I'll tell you that for free. Because I remember I watched it with a friend of mine, and we didn't really love it, but like the action scenes were good. Like, yeah, it's not Hunter x Hunter.
Is it? What is it? It's not The Great Pretender or something like that.
No,
that's
not that.
Is that Japanese?
That's actual anime. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't remember what it's called. It was like a Netflix. It was a Netflix thing as well. So it was like a Netflix production.
Yeah.
But in America. And that's why some of the characters are black as well, because obviously anime, you ain't getting proper black characters. Like, no, not a chance.
You got Papa in Dad in what's it, Kuroko.
I forgot about him. I was like Papa. I was like Dad.
Yeah,
they call him because he was big.
He's giant. They call him Dad.
Yeah, they Dad. But he was from Nigeria or something.
So like somewhere in Africa.
Yeah, so he was an official, and then you have obviously Dutch in like Black Lagoon and stuff. But other than that, actual black characters are few and far between.
Yeah.
In the media.
Right. So yes. So what to be fair, we talk about anime. We're going to kind of talk about this next season of anime that's coming up, summer 2023. Yeah, talk to me. What are you like excited about? I'm particularly excited about. I'm really, really ready for this Jujutsu Kaisen season 2. I'm here for it.
Yeah,
Same,
that's
same,
definitely number one.
I'm like that, Bleach, and I've just seen that there's 2 new seasons of like slice of life stuff that I watch.
What's that?
Horimiya is one of them, and the other one, I forget. I literally just saw it. 1 second.
Come on, Cam, you're holding up the program. Hey.
The other one I don't really watch. I watched it when it first came out, and I've tried to rewatch it since, but I never got through the first season. Masamune-kun's Revenge or whatever.
That was alright.
I heard about
it.
That
Was yeah.
Yeah.
I liked it. I just didn't manage to finish it.
Yeah.
But it's on Crunchyroll, so I'll probably finish it and try and watch the second season as well.
Yeah.
But Horimiya is like a slice of life romance thing, which I read the manga for in like college, and then I watched the first season of it when it came out in like 2021 or something like that. So I'm gonna probably watch that as well, because that should be good. But yeah, Bleach is
your main one.
I think Bleach is my main one, and then Jujutsu Kaisen second to that. Because obviously, if Jujutsu Kaisen was like continuing on from where it left off,
yeah,
I'd be like, yeah, that's number 1, 100%. Because I'm trying to see my guy get stronger, Yuji.
Yeah.
It's got a young thing in there, isn't it? I think it's split into 2 parts. And the first part, obviously, the season is 23 episodes.
The anime is Cannon Busters, by the way.
Yes, I remember.
I think I watched bits of it, but I didn't actually.
Did they have like a power where they had like a transforming piece of weaponry?
Yeah. Yeah, it was like a vehicle that would transform.
Yeah.
Like, so they'd ride around in it, and then when they got into scraps, it would transform into like a thing.
I think Jujutsu Kaisen, from the trailer, it's going to be young Gojo.
Yeah.
And that's like the first part of the season. The second part of it's where they're going to be Itadori and them, man.
So it's meant to be, as far as I know, it's going to be about 24 episodes as well. So it's going over 2 seasons. So I feel like it should it's going to be. I feel like it's starting off with a prequel vibe, but I feel like at some point it's going to come back into the future and continue from where we left it off.
Yeah, which would be interesting seeing young Gojo, and this guy, his friend, looks pretty mean, pretty badass.
Yeah, who wins, Gojo or Goku in a fight?
Goku.
I'm pretty sure Gojo's power is like infinite, no?
I don't think Gojo can destroy a universe.
But I'm pretty sure. But I'm also pretty sure Goku can't hit Gojo because his power is like. Doesn't he slow down people as they get closer to him?
Gojo?
Yeah.
Have we seen that?
I'm pretty sure he does that.
To who?
To someone, I don't know, but I feel like that's his power, no?
I don't
like
think
I know he dodges like
power.
Itadori and stuff, but I thought it was just him just being quick.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that was like him slowing down people.
I feel like that's his power.
I feel like if that was his power, he would have had less trouble with Miguel than he did. Like Miguel didn't. Bearing in mind, Miguel didn't give him too many problems, but Miguel still got a couple of hits in, if you remember, in the movie.
I don't remember.
Miguel gets punched.
I just remember getting mashed up.
there's the meme of him just getting comboed up, pieced up. But Miguel does some stuff to him. Like Miguel's whole point, the whole point of Miguel was to slow Gojo down.
Yeah,
like,
he had
to stop him
some
from
bits. Yeah,
to stop him from going back and saving the other protagonist. I can't remember his name. So yeah, Miguel. It took him time to beat Miguel, and I feel like if the whole thing was slowing down the situation, I don't think it would have. It would have taken him that long. Yeah. But maybe you remember something we don't also. So it's possible.
Okay, remember Goku did beat Hit, who could stop time.
True.
True.
And he beat my man that's stronger than that. God of Destroyer God level.
Yeah.
Jiren. And he pieced up. No, he didn't piece up Beerus, but he held his own against Beerus. And
I just
being trained by Whis.
I just looked up Gojo's power, and like in the general question, someone has asked if Goku can defeat Gojo.
Yeah,
and like the article says,
no,
Goku can blow Gojo away just by breathing in his direction.
All right, that solves that. But that's literally the Dragon Ball Z universe is insane. Strength, like
the power scaling is not levels at all.
He can blow him away by breathing in his direction.
Literally, like that Black Flash Goku's just like not feeling it. It's just like
you hate to see it. But that's my problem with like Dragon Ball Z anyway. Like the power scaling has just gotten so
disgusting.
crazy.
And the fact that they gave numbers to it in the beginning. Now the numbers are just disgustingly high.
Yeah,
they can't even.
They can't even give numbers no more.
Scales are breaking at like past 10,000 sort of thing.
Like Vegeta broke the scale because he deliberately crushed the scale. It's like over 9,000.
Yeah,
crushed this thing because it's useless now. Like it's not even telling me the accurate. It's just over 9,000.
Yeah, exactly.
They're literally at like tens of billions now at this point.
It's crazy.
Like I've seen it written down right there. I'm not even going to try and pronounce.
I don't know what this number is.
Like I'll have to be like, okay, that's this many zeros. Okay, that's this many zeros. Cool. That's trillion. Cool.
Yeah, anything more, I don't know. Quintillion and all of that.
Yeah.
Vibes.
Quadrillion, quintillion, septillion.
Yeah, it's a bit much.
It's too much.
I'm looking forward to quite a lot though from this season.
Really?
Yeah.
For me, it's literally just Bleach because I'm going to watch the first bit of the Blood Wars and Jujutsu Kaisen, and that's it as far as I can tell. Like, I don't think I've seen. Like I know there's a lot of second season. I don't think I've seen Devil as a part-timer, but I have no real interest in watching another season for that. And anything else, I don't think I've really seen.
So Rurouni Kenshin, I think it was good. Like the original season was good.
I've only watched like 2 episodes of that.
Oh really? Okay, yeah, it was good. The Botosai, it was good, and the animation in the new season looks pretty good.
Yeah.
And you don't need to watch. If you haven't seen the first season, you need to watch Mushoku Tensei. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that's one.
I need to watch that.
It's so sick. I think it's kind of an isekai though.
Okay.
I know how much you love isekais.
Yeah, love him to death.
But essentially, it's like the guy comes into the universe and then he gets reincarnated into the universe as a child and grows up and is basically just training how to live in this universe. And he's pretty strong, but he's not he's not like, it's not one of them ones where he's just super overpowered.
SAO, the guy from SAO.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like the fighting's in it is pretty good. They've got like, they got quite a good universe in there for like, and a lot of stuff happens. It's a pretty solid anime. I feel like the first season was really good. That's one you lot should definitely watch then. For the
I've been meaning to since it came out. I've been meaning to watch it, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet.
Yeah,
I think it was one that we actually, when we was watching, we had one of these things on background, the animation.
Yeah.
There was a couple fight
seasons
seasons in there.
Okay,
and it's because I watched it.
I remember you mentioning that. Actually, now that you say it.
Because there was one fight scene in it where I think I saw a couple of videos and I was like, let me watch this anime. And it was sick. So that's one that I'm looking forward to. Man, and Cam mentioned it, Masamune's Revenge, which I actually quite like the first season, so I'll probably watch that.
Okay, and then in terms of like this season that's just gone, like obviously I know a lot of. Actually, I don't think anything's finished yet. But like, what are the highlights of what you've seen from this season? Like, what was your favorite shows? Like, talk to me.
Mashal. I mentioned it last week. Well, last episode, Mashal.
Mashal.
This guy.
Why didn't you not tell me to watch this?
DPMO.
For the kids out there, that means don't piss me off.
Yeah, true. Not everyone will know. Damn, it's crazy. Yeah.
That anime is. I haven't watched the latest episode yet, but that anime is very, very good. Very good. It's good. I watched last week's, and it's so over the top.
I'm behind, but it's hilarious.
Yeah,
hilarious.
That's definitely my highlight.
I think for me, it's actually Oshinoko. Like, simply because it's like just been, I know you ain't feeling it no more. No?
It's fallen off, I feel like.
So for me, I feel like it's still, like, I'm just enjoying the kind of elements about the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
And like the stuff that I feel like it's just, I feel like the mangaka or like the people who are working on this anime in general have some stuff to say about the entertainment industry. And they're saying it. And I get that it's not as exciting as what the first episode maybe made it seem like it would be, like in terms of like drama and action and excitement. But I feel like they're making their points, and I'm loving the points that they're making.
Yeah.
Like I'm like they're saying that don't be a dick on social media. Like you don't know what's gonna happen to what the person on the other side is going through.
Yeah.
Like they're saying, like, do you know what, like the pressure that you put on actors, like so for example the child actor character, like she's so messed up just because of all the pressure that she had on her to kind of succeed as a young person, and now she's not being able necessarily to step into those big shoes, and she's so lost as a person because of the amount of pressure that she's had on her from young.
Yeah.
And like, and just all like these different things, and I'm just like, I'm here for it. I love it. Like, I'm about it. But I do get it's not as hype or as exciting as what the end of the first like episode, and maybe the first like couple episodes made it seem like it might have been.
This is what I was gonna say. I feel like my issue with it is not as a whole. I feel like there's certain episodes where I'm just like, I don't want to see this. Like it's
slice of life.
Yeah, way too like. So I don't know, not the most recent episode, last week's episode.
Yeah,
where they're singing the karaoke. Who's the best singer? That kind of stuff. I'm like, I don't care about this, man. It's just boring to me. Like I want to like the episode before where she goes to commit suicide and stuff like that. That episode obviously wasn't amazing. It was good. It was a good, well-rounded episode and told a story, as you said, like explaining what you could do to these.
But you see, so for me, the episode where they're singing the karaoke, like the karaoke moment is very slice of life and it doesn't matter. But I think the point of that episode was about the other character, the older character. Like I say, like her whole thing is that she works so hard.
Yeah.
But no one's ever into her. Like she puts her heart and soul into her work, and it doesn't do well. So she's given up, and she just doesn't. And then she doesn't want to drag the other two down because obviously they're in the group together now, and she doesn't want to drag the other two down. She's like, I've tried X, I've tried Y, I've tried Z, and I've failed at all of them. And now I'm in this group with you guys. And if you don't make me the main person, it's just going to fail. And I don't want that. I don't know if you're even up to date. I might be spoiling everything for you.
You've just said the old person. I don't know who you're talking about. But I'm not up to date.
Okay, cool.
I'm on, I haven't seen last week's episode.
Okay. But basically, so she's like, I don't want to drag you down with me. But that episode is about turning that around and convincing her, like, no, like, just because you failed in the past doesn't mean you're going to fail in the future. And also, you're not alone anymore. Like, you may have struggled by yourself, but we're here and we're a group and we're going to do this together. And it's Chef's kiss, man. I'm here for that. I'm here for that. Like I think especially because it's entertainment industry and that's like something that's obviously something I care about.
Yeah.
Like maybe I wouldn't care so much if it was like the sports industry or the gaming industry. you man's bag. Like,
I get down with the entertainment industry too because it obviously it does hit like some notes that I get down with because obviously I'm a avid viewer of like YouTubers and Twitch streamers and whatnot, and like obviously one of the people in the reality TV show was a YouTuber like, straight up. So I get it, and like they experience the same stuff that actors and stuff do, just not necessarily on a larger scale, but maybe even on a more hit home scale because they're kind of showing their actual real lives. To people. And then they also like if they're a live streamer, they're getting that feedback at the minute, like at that time. They do something, they get feedback from someone instantly. But I'm not sure if you saw, but like on that episode where the girl tries to commit suicide, the mother, so obviously that was like referencing or like kind of similar to a situation that happened in real life. The mother of the girl who actually committed suicide in real life, like I guess tweeted or made like a comment somewhere about it, like saying it's kind of too much for me. Like I don't really like this.
Oh really?
Kind of feels like you're pulling directly from my daughter's story, and using that to make an episode, or kind of fund yourselves or whatnot. But then, like the community or some people in the community who liked the show
went crazy
and clapped back on her, saying like you can't talk about the show, like we don't care about your daughter, shut up.
Oh my god!
Like. And I'm like,
did you not watch the episode?
Like, exactly. Like, the episode says don't do that. And then you decide like, actually, we're gonna do that.
Yeah, they literally were like, we're gonna cyberbully the mum now. They're like, your daughter was cyberbullied and committed suicide, and you've come out, and she didn't really say anything necessarily super negative about the show. She just said, I didn't really appreciate this, and I didn't really appreciate the way that you handled it. She didn't come out and say don't watch the show. She didn't come out and say the show should be cancelled. She didn't come out like she was just like, the way you lot have done this, I didn't like. Which is a totally valid criticism, and fans of the show just came out and was like, all right, cool, your daughter was cyberbullied and she committed suicide. Are we about to cyberbully the hell out of you?
That's crazy.
And it's like, come on, man. And this is what I kind of don't like about certain things sometimes. So I feel like people just miss like people in like TV shows and movies and all sorts, like a lot of the times the directors, the writers, the actors, they're saying stuff, and I feel like people just miss the. It just goes. They're like, "Oh, this is dope," and they just miss the point. And I'm like, "Yeah, I feel like in that situation that you're talking about, Cam, like not a lot, but some of the fans just completely missed the point of what was being said. The correct response there is like, do you know what? I understand where you're coming from. I disagree. I enjoyed the show. I think the show did it well." But
also, we're not coming from your point of view because like this is your daughter's story.
It's your daughter. We can never understand.
Like
we can never understand, but. Yeah, they went crazy. And obviously it's kind of like the whole Squid Game thing where like everyone was dressing up as like Squid Game characters for Halloween and stuff, and it was like, oh, you lot weren't really like paying attention to like this is not like the show wasn't saying to do this really, honestly.
These aren't the good guys. You don't be dressing up as these lot.
But
I feel like the thing is, it's like there's certain episodes where they are good and they tell a story and it is emotional and stuff, but it's just like for example that I don't know if it's that episode or the next episode where she decides she wants to be have you seen that one? Yeah, so she wants to be like her to win over Aqua. And then like the way that ends, it's like, oh my god, it's just crazy. And then the next episode just kind of picks up and it just leaves it, and it's like there's not really much from there. I'm just like, well
I mean it does mention it.
Yeah, but I feel like it doesn't really hit where
I think my main problem with the show, if I have to say I have a problem, my main problem with the show is with Aqua as the character, because I feel like he's very lost at the moment, because it's like he's so focused on finding his dad and like figuring out how the situation came to be, all of that stuff. So he's focused on that, but I feel like he hasn't been focused on that in terms of he's gotten into so much other side stuff. So it's like but with the other side stuff, he doesn't care about it. So I'm like, I feel like it's like pick a lane with him. So it's like, okay, if all he cares about is finding his dad and solving the mystery of like his origin and all this sort of stuff, and how his mother how the tragedy of his mother came about and all of this sort of stuff. If that's his focus, then let's fully go down that route. If we're going to put that to the side a bit, then fully go down this route of him just doing all this other nonsense, like acting and being in this reality show, and then fully like lean to that way.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's kind of in the middle where he kind of like bounces back and forth, and I don't really love that.
I think that is interesting that he does that, because obviously he is, first of all, like a 20-something, 30-something-year-old man in a child's body.
Yeah.
And then second of all, he's a person who's lived as a child for the past, 15, 16 years.
Yeah.
So I think at this point, he's doing a mixture of things where one thing is his adult mind is saying, we can use our brains to find out who this guy is and pretty much like deal with him how we want to deal with him, because obviously he feels that he's the guy, that he's the reason why I's dead.
Yeah.
But then his other side of his brain is a child is saying, these opportunities are kind of fun, so we can just do them, and we can also, in the meantime, use these kind of connections that we're making to try and push our main goal forwards.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's interesting to see how he may be like doing back and forth. That could be intended. They could be like, you can interpret it as his child brain is doing one thing or his adult brain is doing another thing.
Which is true, because I think one of the episodes, he says, I don't know if you've seen this episode yet, but he basically says the division between, he says something like the divide between me and Aqua gets small, like thinner and thinner.
Yeah.
So it's less. So it's becoming less like. So obviously, as a child or whatever, he's playing the role.
Yeah.
But as he gets older and he lives this life for longer and longer, the division of me, as in the person that was the doctor that lived this previous life, and Aqua Hoshino or whatever the last name is.
Yeah.
It just gets slimmer and slimmer. Like so, it's less like I'm playing the role now, and more like this is just
This is
who I am.
Yeah.
So I guess I do understand what you're saying.
Because that's what I really like his character like a lot. I like pretty much like everything.
I like his. I definitely like his character, but I wish. My thing is, I just wish he would pick a lane. I feel like I would enjoy his character more if he was like, cool, I'm gonna do the actor entertainment industry type thing and just go crazy over there.
Yeah.
Or I'd enjoy his character more if he was like, I'm just gonna be like super detective over here. I'm gonna find out who my dad is. Blah blah blah. But I feel like the straddling the middle bit. For me personally, right now, I'm just a bit like, eh. But we'll see how it goes. There's 2 episodes left, I think. Like we'll see how it goes.
I feel like that's kind of my issue with the whole show. I feel like a lot of it is in different lanes.
Yeah.
I feel that's what kind of like for example, when the episode where he was the murderer and then they did the whole thing of him walking the puddles and all that. I thought that was sick.
That was hype.
And then it kind of got away from there. And now it's a Love Island reality show.
Yeah.
And like again, like that's a separate lane. And then kind of now it's them being pop idols, which is I feel like it's just moving.
It's just moving.
Yeah, I feel that's my kind of issue with the whole
I mean,
show.
I feel like they're just trying to hit different notes every episode.
Yeah.
They're like, here's obviously an actor in a TV show. Here's actors and idols and musicians and whatnot
in a
reality show.
Yeah.
Here's idols trying to start up an idol thing.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I feel it's I think it's a thing they wanted to just talk about the entertainment industry as a whole. And obviously in order to do that, you have to talk about like, you have to go through like the different parts of the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Like even they had the whole thing about the girl lying about her age. Sorry, Cam, spoilers. I didn't say who, but someone's lying about her age.
Yeah.
And they have the whole thing about why she did it. And then the question of, is that really necessary? Does it matter whether you're old or young? Like in this thing, like in society, it matters because people are like, oh yeah, if you're above a certain age, you're too old to be doing this thing. But really doesn't. But what difference does it make if you're 18, 19, or if you're 25, or if you're 35, 45? What actual tangible difference does it actually make? Nothing. What?
I just saw that card.
Yeah, all right, you're a bit late.
I was looking at that TV. I'm like, what card?
Yeah, what? I'm like, what happened?
Oh.
Yeah, someone sent me a birthday card that says, "I'm glad you were the strongest sperm," and Cam just clocked it. It's been up on the top like this entire time. He just clocked it. But yeah, happy birthday to me, I guess. But yeah, like so for me, I would definitely say that's the highlight. I feel like it's the highlight because it's the show I least expected. I didn't expect to watch.
True.
It. So it's least expected.
Yeah, I sent it to the group chat like, what the hell is this?
What the hell?
Some nonsense.
Yeah.
And yeah, like Dr. Stone has been a little bit underwhelming for me. I can't lie.
I feel like it's got episode. Like the start was boring, then it kind of got better, but it's not.
It's
it's not as good as the first few seasons.
I don't think so. Hell's Paradise is okay. It's not amazing, but it's okay. What else am I watching? Konosuba again. It's funny, but it's like not like oh yeah, this is hilarious rolling the floor.
Yeah.
Mashle is really good. I think
Mashle.
I would say 1 and 2 is Oshinoko Mashle.
Yeah.
Those are my 1 and 2. And I think I'm watching something else, but I can't remember what, which definitely means it's probably not that amazing. So,
You're watching Demon Slayer, are you?
not right now, no, not yet.
Okay. Yeah, that's decent, but I would put my top 2 as Oshinokoi and Mashle as well. Mashle number 1 by far though. And then Demon Slayer is good though. Like
I need to catch up on both Mashle and Oshinoko.
Sorry, the other thing I watched is Naruto Shippuden, which obviously isn't from this season.
Yeah.
So don't worry about that. Right then. Okay, so I mean, I feel like this is the easy segue into the watch list.
The watch list.
And since I already mentioned Naruto Shippuden that I'm watching, I might as well go first then. So yeah, still watching Shippuden, still getting through it. I think you guys were kind of right about what we said like last episode when you were like, oh, there's loads of time still.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's a lot still going on. I just saw the meme. Like the last episode I watched was the meme where he like collapses and hyperventilating. Like that just happened, and I was like,
that's it.
That's it. Yeah. Click. I understood that reference. But yeah, no, it's great stuff. Like, yeah, I still think Naruto and Sakura and half of the people that care about Sasuke probably shouldn't care about him as much as they do. It's a bit wild, especially because he couldn't give a rat's ass about none of you fools.
They only knew him for what, a couple months?
Yeah,
maybe. Like they were only friends, trying to say, for a couple months. Like
Ino was crying big tears. I'm like, have you had a single conversation with homie? I was like, no, but like really, I don't think we ever see Ino and Sasuke have a conversation, bro.
Sakura and Sasuke barely have a conversation. They're in the team together.
Yeah, like Ino and Sasuke barely interact, and she's like crying, like, no, Sasuke, you can't kill him. Like, are you insane? Are you insane, woman?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I still don't necessarily love that whole aspect of the show, but the rest of it is just great.
Yeah.
And Gaara is my guy, man. Gaara absolutely, like, Gaara's character development from being this menace.
Yeah.
Absolute, like, demon. Like, this Gaara, no word of a lie, for me, Gaara's top, like, one of the most menacing anime characters I've ever seen. Like, Gaara and Orochimaru, both of them.
Yeah.
Like, in Naruto, are just pure menacing, evil, like, just... Yeah, and Gaara's turnaround from being that like menacing to just being this
the hero,
good-hearted, like I Naruto. I just want you to know that I consider you a friend, and I will do all I can to protect you. I'm like, yes, Gaara, man, come on.
Like, I think this is early when they save him, and he's like puts his hand out to shake Naruto's hand, and then the music's playing in the background.
Yeah,
it's like,
shed a tear. Like Gaara becomes my guy. Like Naruto turns Gaara around like so much, and I'm like, I love that growth. I love that character development, and I just think it's crazy to me. It's crazy, like for me, Naruto as a character, it's crazy to me that he considers Sasuke more of a brother than Gaara. Like when I think about it, like obviously he spent more time with Sasuke, but like that whole thing, Naruto fully says that Gaara is me. Like Gaara goes, like I could have been Gaara, everything, but I got accepted.
I was lucky, yeah.
I think he thinks the same about Sasuke though. Still, like a similar thing. Like he's like,
so he does.
Me and Sasuke are similar too.
So he does think me. He thinks it's similar in the sense that Sasuke didn't have a family. He didn't have, or like they both when they met they didn't have families.
Yeah.
So he thinks there's a brotherhood there, but I feel like with Gaara it's more of like we were both shunned.
Yeah.
We were both outcasts. We were both this, that, the other thing, but.
And I could have literally been you if it
wasn't. But if not for Iruka, if not for Kakashi, if not for Sakura Sasuke, who accepted me to it like at an early point, I could have been this menace as well that you became.
Yeah.
It's interesting because Gaara had that same thing. Like,
no, he didn't.
No, he had Conqueror and...
They didn't accept him the same way that Sasuke and
they were
Sakura
scared of him.
They were terrified.
He had Mizuno, whatever his name was, the brother, the
Yashiro.
Yeah, Yashiro, yeah.
But tried to kill him.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so, that's what I'm saying. Imagine if Iruka tried to just end Naruto. Like that's what it was.
But that other guy tried to do Naruto something.
Yeah, but he was
he was already like
tuning
some bum.
teacher. Yeah, it's like when that was happening, Iruka was like, yeah, let's get him.
Yeah, exactly. If it literally would be that. If like Iruka was like, nah, you know what, let's end this Nine Tails fool.
Yeah, instead of protecting him when the thing was spinning at him, he's just like, yeah, let's just kill him.
Yeah, so that's literally what it is. So like, and Kankuro and Tamari, like they accept him after, but like going into like the training exams and everything like that. At that point, they weren't fucking with him.
They were scared of him.
They were terrified of him. They were not trying to be his siblings. They were not trying to like in Shippuden. They're close.
Yeah.
But before that, nah. But like even to the point when
Kankuro grips them up though at one point, didn't he? And was like,
yeah, I'm your big brother.
Yeah.
But Gaara's like, yeah, do that again, I'll kill you. That's what I'm saying. So like Gaara had a different that situation.
Also, wasn't his dad actually alive? Like his dad was still.
His dad was the Kazekage
still.
Yeah.
And was like just like, no, I don't want nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, his upbringing was definitely worse.
Yeah.
So it makes sense that he came out a bit worse than Naruto.
So and Gaara, I feel like Gaara feels that connection because Gaara looks at Naruto and he's like, yeah, like we've walked a very similar path.
Yeah.
And Naruto, you saved me from becoming an absolute demon.
Yeah.
Like an absolute, like he was already a little demon, but he was about to become a fucking crazy demon. And Naruto saved him from that. And Gaara like just loves that. And I feel like Naruto does like when it's the whole rescue Kazekage arc and everything like that, he fully takes that in. But in this situation, after Sasuke's attacked the Kage summit, and Gaara comes, and Gaara basically is like, obviously I've just seen this, but Gaara comes, and he basically says that, Madara declared war on us, blah, blah, blah. Sasuke attacked the summit, X, Y, Z. And Gaara's basically like, if it comes down to it, protecting you, Naruto, or saving Sasuke, I will not hesitate to end Sasuke. And Naruto is like slapping his hand away, get, because Gaara's like putting his hand on his shoulder or something like that. And Naruto's like, get off me. if you're gonna kill Sasuke, get off me. And I'm like, Naruto, he's saying if it becomes between you and Sasuke, he's going to end Sasuke and save your life. And you're like, no, I don't want that.
Save Sasuke.
I'm like, Sasuke is a menace.
That's a hero's mentality, man. Yeah,
I'm like,
hero's mentality.
Sasuke is a menace. I'm like, nah. You should be like, do you know what? I'd rather you didn't, but also I appreciate that. But yeah, he's just, yeah, it's foolishness. It's foolishness.
But also, they have the camaraderie of being from the same village as well, Naruto and Sasuke.
Bro, to this day, I don't think neither one of them liked each other. I feel like if Naruto, I feel like
they shared their first kiss. Remember?
Yeah, man, that's a connection you can't break.
You're a fool. That's hilarious. No, but when I tell you, Naruto and Sasuke, for the most part, like they barely had moments where they were cool.
Yeah.
Well, they had so many moments when not so many moments. They had one moment where they fought together and they kind of formed the bond from
alongside.
Yeah, against Haku, yeah.
And Sasuke tries to sacrifice himself.
Yeah.
That's the main moment where they were cool.
Yeah.
Like that
I feel like that mission,
yeah,
that whole arc.
That whole arc is like when they were like struggling to climb the trees and everything.
Yeah.
That whole arc is when they were cool. Everything before that, after that, they were not cool. Like Sasuke wanted to run Naruto. Like Sasuke wanted to box up Naruto constantly after. Like the whole tuning exams, man was just itching. He was like, "Give me a reason. Give me a reason."
But also, Naruto's not that guy. He's not that guy to hold a grudge like that. Like Sasuke, maybe. Naruto, no.
But my point is, you don't have to hold a grudge. You ain't seen dude in 3 or 4 years, and every time you see him, he tries to kill you. Like. At what part?
Naruto's also very stupid.
At what part do you say, do you know what, actually, nah, maybe we're not.
Maybe it's a good idea.
Yeah, maybe we ain't.
He's like, I'm not dead, so I guess he wasn't really trying to kill me.
No, but just imagine, right? I'm just trying to think about it. Like, me and Bez, we had a friend back in, I'm not going to name him, but we had a friend like in year 7, and it was the 3 of us, right? And throughout, like, as the years went on, like, he left the school, year 10?
Yeah, around that, yeah.
Around year 10, whatever. And never any beef or anything like that. Like, love always, actually, like, more to the point. Whenever I've spoken to him, it's always been blessed. It's always been, like, love. But like, I'm just imagining if after he left the school, like he was just on Facebook or whatever, just hyping like, do you see that Yells brother? Yeah, when I see him, I'm gonna wrap him up. And he was just on like just full demon time, whatever. And whenever I see him, it's like smoke. He's running me down. I'm running him down. Like, can you imagine me being like now, like nah, I need to save him. Like no, like not a chance. It's like, do you know what? No, like it's been. I had love for you when we were young. But it's been smoke ever since. So
but also, Naruto probably just thinks that Orochimaru is influencing him, so he's like, that's why he has to save him. He has to get him away from Orochimaru.
He went to Orochimaru of his own free will.
Of course, but Naruto doesn't know that.
He does know
or
that.
doesn't believe that.
He was there.
What do you mean he was there?
Sasuke's
been bit, bro.
Alright, Cam. I feel like it couldn't be any more clearer. I feel like when they fought, Naruto was like, I'm bringing you home. And Sasuke was like, no, dog, I want to go to Orochimaru.
But he'd been bit already.
Sasuke was like, he was of his own free will. It was like, I've been bit. I feel
the curse. He was alright.
That curse wasn't sealed. That guy went form 2 or whatever it is.
Because it was opened.
While they were fighting.
It was loose enough. It was opened.
He let himself go though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was opened. I swear that was the whole thing about why he was they were carrying around in the cage.
Oh yeah,
they were unbreaking that seal.
Yeah, but then obviously in the tuning exam and stuff, he was using the powers, wasn't he? Because he was.
And when he fought Gaara, he was using the power as well.
But yeah, he'd already been bit. That's already enough influence on Naruto to say this is all Orochimaru's doing.
Come on now.
I mean, really and truly, he could if he's delusional enough, and clearly he is.
Yeah,
he could be like, that's all Orochimaru.
Unko's got the curse march, and she don't care.
She's a tuning, leading, teaching.
But Orochimaru doesn't want nothing to do with her. Orochimaru doesn't want her, so that's it.
Okay, fair enough. But yeah, like it's still everything else that's going on is gas. I just for me, I just don't understand the obsession with Sasuke. Like I was thinking about it and I was like, I understand why the fan base loves Sasuke. Sasuke is a cool character. I understand why the fans love him. I don't understand why in canon the characters love him. It just doesn't make sense. Even Kakashi. I feel like Kakashi he's considerate of his students Sakura and Naruto. But I feel like Kakashi at some point would be like, all right, look, grow up. Like I feel like he hasn't done that. I feel like he's kind of just let them kind of just be delusional.
I feel like because obviously Naruto goes off at the end of Naruto.
Yeah.
And he doesn't at that point. Kakashi doesn't say anything at that point.
Yeah.
When Naruto comes back, that guy's grown. I mean, they're only meant to be like 16, but he's still grown at that point.
But he's still Kakashi Sensei.
I know that. He can still say something, but there's no way they're going to listen. And he knows.
They listen. I feel like if Kakashi said, look, honestly, this Sasuke is a rogue. You see Itachi that you hate so much? Sasuke is exactly the same as my man right now, right? Like, let it go.
I don't know. I don't think Naruto.
Or you see Orochimaru?
I don't think Naruto listens. I don't think Naruto. Maybe. I mean, Sakura's an idiot. I think Sakura's worse than Naruto because that guy Sasuke treats her like shit the whole time.
Yeah.
Like from day one.
But Sakura at least resolves herself to try and kill him.
Does she?
I don't. Well, yeah. It's painfully obvious that even if she had the ability, she's not gonna do it. But she at least gets in her head that she's going. That's what she's going to do.
Okay.
I don't know if maybe I'm going to spoil something, but I feel like Kakashi had the same idea at one point.
I mean, Kakashi
to try and kill him.
Yeah,
he does.
I'm sure Kakashi's smart enough to do that.
Yeah, okay, because he was like, I'm going to have to take it as my student. I have to take it as the teacher. I have to take it upon myself.
Yeah, he does. So basically, it's happening right about now where I'm at. So basically, I don't think you've probably really seen this. Basically, Sai, I like Sai. Sai's a cool character. Like I remember watching it the first time around, being like, I hate this Sai guy. But now I'm watching, I'm like, do you know what? I like Sai a lot. So Sai tells Sakura that he basically says, he's like, Sasuke is giving Naruto so much pain, but you are as well, because obviously Naruto takes the promise that he made to Sakura so seriously that Sakura like asks him to promise her that he'll bring Sasuke back. And obviously, like 4 years has passed or 3 years has passed, and he's still holding on to that promise. So he sighs that to Sakura. He's like, Sasuke is causing Naruto pain, but that promise that Naruto is binded by is causing him pain as well, and that's your fault. So Sakura tries to like relieve Naruto of that promise. She says, "I don't care about Sasuke anymore. I don't love him. I love you instead.
I love you, yeah.
Yeah, you saved the village from pain. Like Sasuke is out here being a rogue ninja. Like I've my eyes are opened."
I mean, she's definitely a liar. She didn't need to say that.
Yeah.
She could have said She could have just said, "I'm done with that Sasuke guy."
She could have.
That's all she needed to say.
And yeah, Naruto is basically like you're waffling. And
of course.
Yeah.
From she said, "I love you, Naruto." That's like, okay, Sakura. Sure you do.
So basically, yeah. So she goes off with Kiba, and Sai and someone else. I can't remember who else is there. And she's like, Kiba, I need your nose. Find Sasuke. We're gonna go kill him. That's what I'm saying. So Sakura's on that vibe. And then basically
she's like, "You lot come with me to die, real quick."
So basically, what's happening is so they're going off to find Sasuke. Then Sai sends a clone back to talk to Naruto again. So they've gone off and left Naruto, Kakashi, and Yamato. And Sai comes back with his clone, and he's like, "This is what Sakura is about to do. This is what Sakura really wanted to say, but she couldn't bring herself to say." Blah, blah, blah. That's why I'm like, "Sai, you're a G." And he's like, "Forget all this nonsense. I'm just gonna tell it how it is." Like, boom.
Because he's got no emotions.
Yeah,
and he's got no skin in the game either. He's just
no.
there.
He has skin. His skin in the game is I like Naruto. That's his skin in the game.
Okay.
He's like Naruto again. It's just Naruto. I had no emotions. I had no friends. I had no anything. And Naruto, you opened my eyes, and I don't want you to suffer. I feel like Sasuke is making you suffer. I feel like Sakura is making you suffer. I feel like this whole situation is making you suffer. So I'm just gonna tell you how it is, so you can understand. And he's. I think his perspective is, I want you to be done with Sasuke as well. But if you still want to try and save Sasuke, I'm with you. Kind of vibe. So he basically tells Naruto that everyone's Shikamaru, Neji, everyone, Rock Lee, everyone's decided they're going to end Sasuke. And
it's so funny that they think they can.
I mean, if all of them jump him, they can.
I mean, sure.
Like,
none of them are going to jump him.
Don't get it twisted. Neji got hands.
Neji got hands.
Neji's a Jonin.
You
Don't get it
you
twisted.
think Neji can handle Sasuke? I think the only one who could possibly handle Sasuke is Rock Lee. All Gates released.
Rock Lee,
all Gates released.
Yeah.
Rock
Could
Lee.
take him.
All Gates released. Yeah.
All Gates released. Guy. I mean,
at this point, we haven't seen Rock Lee all Gates released. We've seen Rock Lee like maybe 2 or 3 gates.
We never see Rock Lee all Gates released.
There we go then.
We see Guy all Gates released.
Yeah.
That's Guy and Rock Lee are 2 different people.
Gates released though.
Anyway,
Gates released is a whole different ball game, man.
I'm just saying, if Shikamaru can catch Sasuke in a I feel like Shikamaru, like, you know, I forget.
Susanoo and Maserati, that's some range stuff. Neji can't get close enough.
Hold on, you know, look, I feel like you're underestimating Shikamaru's intellect, and I think you're underestimating Shikamaru's jutsu and Ino's jutsu as well. If they can get a shadow possession and a mind transfer jutsu off, I feel like it's long for Sasuke.
I don't think they can though.
What can they even do?
They can't. They don't have to reveal themselves. You lot are forgetting they're ninja.
No,
they
no,
do
no.
not need to reveal themselves. They can do that out of the shadows.
No, but like, the mind transfer with Sasuke. What can they actually do at that point?
Shank him.
I don't.
Then that kills Ino too. Remember?
Do you know
don't
what?
think they can.
Do you know what? Sacrifices have to be made.
I
What was it
honestly
that
don't
Lord?
think they can.
Wait, hold on. What was it that Lord Farquaad said? Some of you may die, but that is a sacrifice that I'm willing to make.
As soon as you know what, I knew where you were going.
No, but like, I feel like there's stuff that can happen.
I think Shikamaru probably he'd give Sasuke a good game just for his intellect.
Yeah, but okay. So basically, anyway, to get back to it, Sai comes back. Sai says, "This is what Sakura really wanted to say. This is what Sakura really wanted to tell you, but she couldn't bring us to say." And Kakashi's like, "Yamato, take Naruto back to the village. Sai, your shadow clone, take me to Sakura, because all that's going to happen is they're just going to get each other killed." And what basically happens is, I haven't seen this part again yet, but I remember from last time. What basically happens is Kakashi tries to talk Sakura out of it, send them home, and he's going after Sasuke himself. Because he's like, I'm the sensei, this is my student, he's running wild, I need to do this. And again, obviously it doesn't happen, but that's basically where it's going. But yeah, I'm kind of like, but my thing is, I feel like everyone's trying to just take everything on their shoulders. I'm like, I feel like Kakashi, Naruto, Sakura need to just have a real heart to heart. And I feel like Kakashi as a sensei needs to be like, all right, boom. Naruto, Sakura, he's a rogue ninja, let it go. Sakura, release Naruto from this promise that he feels like he's binded by. Naruto, yeah, just, you got bigger issues, right? Like, honestly, like, just let it go.
I feel like they obviously just weren't trained properly, because they should have let it go instantly. But
they're ninja, as you said. They're like,
as the rest of the village did, they should have too. Just been like, okay, write this guy off.
Literally, like, so it should literally be like a Jiraiya Orochimaru situation. Jiraiya still has love for Orochimaru, and he still, like, when he thinks about Orochimaru and their whole thing, it makes him sad. But when he sees Orochimaru, it's on. He's like, it's on smoke. It's like, I'm gonna end you, like, because you've done too much. Like, I'm a, and again, same thing like Saratobi.
Yeah.
He was like, yo, I'm gonna seal your ass away, bruv. You're my student. And again, it makes me sad to see what you've become, but you go and catch these hands. Like, and I feel like that's what it should be. But
I feel like Sakura's character is clearly way worse than Naruto's.
Sakura's the only one that's like, I'm gonna end him.
No. I mean, from the beginning,
Yeah.
earlier, like, she should have been, first of all, there should have been no love for Sasuke. I mean, it should have been like, I'm interested in this guy because he's kind of mysterious,
sexy,
whatever. But there shouldn't have been no love. There should have been no save him for me. Like, that kind of stuff should not have been a thing.
Bring Sasuke back to
That should not have been a thing.
It's like, oh, shut up.
She was young. She was young.
No.
She was young.
No, I don't
She's an
care.
idiot.
I don't care. That's not real.
From when she bring Sasuke back to me, like, he was
never yours.
Yeah, bring him back
That's
to
not
me.
real.
In fact, you saw him when he was leaving, and he chopped you. He chopped
He
your
said
ass.
sleep. He said sleep and leave me alone and let me go. So from that point,
Yeah.
and I feel like she's a smart enough person to be like, alright, cool, this guy wants something. He's not interested in me like that. Like, I've continuously told him that I really like him, and he's never returned any feelings for me. So why am I still, why am I actively, like, she can be like, I like him still, but I'm not like, no, please bring him back to me kind of thing.
Do you know what it really could be? You see, like, Chris Brown.
Mm-hmm.
There's mad girls out there that's like, Chris Brown is so sexy, but he's a villain. And I feel like that's what it should be. Like, there's so, like, you see it on like Twitter and stuff where people are like, yeah, this is so talented, so sexy, but like, he punched up Rihanna and he's just out here just doing the most. He beat up, he like rushed Frank Ocean or whoever it was that him and his boys beat up. I think it was Frank Ocean.
It was, wasn't it? Was it? No, it was like Big Sean or something, wasn't it?
Probably,
Usher.
Usher was the other day.
Okay.
There's something that happened a while ago. So
okay.
I don't know if this Usher story is even true, to be honest.
Okay.
But there was something that happened way back, and I think it was Frank Ocean, because I think people were saying it was a hate crime. It wasn't. But people were saying that Frank Ocean should just like get him done for a hate crime because Frank Ocean is gay. But yeah, so there's people out there who are like, you know, he could dance, he could sing, like, he's sick, and he's good looking or whatever, but also, yeah, he's actually a demon, and I want nothing to do with him. And I think that's what Sakura was like, yo, Sasuke, like, let me lick them abs, but at the same time, like, once we're done, like, it's drama.
If that's what it was, it would make.
Yo, this is popping off.
I'm wondering what you're playing right now.
Me too. Okay.
I'll mute it real quick.
Let's see. Gotham.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, 2020, this makes sense.
Yeah, 2020, Gotham was a big tune. Big rhythm. Yeah, shout out to Dex Bissett. Gotham.
Dex.
Yeah.
Man, like.
Yeah, I remember the mix I did for that as well. I dropped it hard. Yeah. Gassed. Yeah, so basically, yeah. So I'm watching Shippuden. On the flight to Madrid, I watched the new house party, which was, I haven't actually seen the old house party because I can't even compare them.
What, the old
Kid and Play?
The first two?
Never seen them.
You haven't seen it? Oh, mad. Okay.
Nah. Shocking, I know, but yeah, I've never seen it. But this version was fun. I can imagine it's not as good, but it was fun.
It wasn't horrible, was it? Like,
no, definitely not.
For a new school remake of a film.
Yeah, I was expecting it. So I watched it because I was like, let me just watch. So like on the plane, they had like bare movies, and I was like, do you know what? Let me just watch something I don't actually care about because the plane is loud. So like, let me just watch something I don't care about. And I was like, yeah, I don't care about this. But also I was watching it. I was like, this is fun. Like, this is fun. And LeBron's an idiot. Yeah, like LeBron is a fool. And yeah, so it was good. And then on the way back, I watched On the Come Up or something, which is like another kind of blackish movie, where like it's about this young rapper her dad used to be like, her dad was a star in the hood basically, also a rapper, and he got killed because he basically started claiming like one of the gangs in the ends, so one of the rival gangs like killed him, and like the whole story It's about how she basically starts to try and like do pretty much the same thing because she's like, this is how you make money if you act like a gangster. This is what the that audience want to see. Like they don't want to hear about my real life. They want to hear me like claiming like I'm shooting people, I'm doing this, that, the other thing. And then like it's basically like the result of her lyrics causes like shit to pop off with like because obviously like she knows people who are affiliated with gangs and like they're like, oh, that's your girl, or that's like your mate. Okay, cool. We're gonna pop off on you.
Yeah.
Like you need to tell your person to like stop. Like what she said in her records, we're taking that personally. Like, and then she like realizes like, no, I don't need to be this gangbanger on records. Like I can just be myself, and people will love it. And yeah, again, another movie where it's like it wasn't horrible. Not necessarily one that I'd be like, yeah, I recommend it, but it was decent. You know, decent way to spend 2 hours on a flight. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's more or less all I've seen in like the last 2 weeks or so. Let me just double check. Let me just check my list real quick. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, we already talked about Spiderman. I brought up Escape Room last time. Yeah, that's it. That's me. Kind of went on a mad narrative tangent, but yeah.
Let's go. So I said I rewatched Spider-Man on Thursday. The week before that, I watched Transformers: Rise of the Beast or whatever.
Was it good? I've heard good things about it.
I did not like it.
He's harsh though.
Transformers has been bad though, I thought. So that's why I was like, I didn't think it was gonna be good.
Yeah, and what kind of good things have you heard? Just that it's good.
Just people saying it's good. Yeah, not much about it. But
I feel like the story it could have been good, but I feel like they shot the movie and then cut out bare scenes, and so there's like just scenes that I feel like there's scenes that should be there that just aren't there. Like story points that need to be hit aren't just being hit.
Yeah,
and so I feel like the whole story just feels really weak to me. So it's like obviously it's got like a new main character. It's not old school Sam. It's not Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
It's like a new guy, and it's got like some girl that comes with him. But yeah, I also think the actual characters of the Transformers are just weak. I feel like in the initial movies, Bumblebee and Prime Optimus were at least strong characters. But I feel like the main
Bumblebee, he didn't say nothing.
Bumblebee didn't talk, but he had character to him.
Yeah.
And it was strong.
True, yeah.
Mash people up.
Yeah. Like those few movies with him and Prime as the main guys was really good. In this one, the main guy was Mirage was the main like the card who the human finds. Mm-hmm. His name was Mirage. He had like a lot of character to him. I just don't think he was very good.
Okay.
And then Optimus Prime, he was a waste man in this movie too.
Oh damn! Okay.
Like he's meant to be the leader, but he felt like such a mug. Like this guy,
a mug.
This guy was like, because it's like obviously it's before. It's meant to be like, it's 1994. The movie's set.
Yeah.
So it's before the old school movies or like the original movies.
Yeah.
So he's like, we need to get off this planet as soon as possible. We don't need to care about these. We don't care nothing about these humans. But all of his subordinates are like, nah, G, we don't care about what you have to say. We're staying here. We're using the humans to help us. And we're saving this planet, whatnot. We're not trying to endanger this planet, all these things.
Yeah.
And then the beasts are also just trash. Like, they barely do anything. The only one that really does anything is there's a bird one, and then the main one, the gorilla one. Mm-hmm. Them two do things. The cheetah and the rhino are just there. They don't really do much. It hits like the Maximize thing.
Yeah,
it hits that note. It's jokes. They're in their form.
Do they have the other beasts on the Decepticons?
No. So there's only 3.
So there's no Terrorize.
No, there's only 3
villains
Transformers on the other side, and they all transform into vehicles.
Man.
Rather than animals. But obviously, it's Unicron is the main
Oh,
villain.
okay.
So like they're working with Unicron.
Okay.
Which was hype. I was like, it started off with like a story of a character, and I was like, oh god, it's Unicron. Yes, let's go. And it was it just didn't. It wasn't good. It didn't hit the notes that I wanted it to. And then like, do you remember in the cartoon when the humans got like transformed
like little suits? Yeah.
They did that where like one of the Transformers pretty much dies. But with his last bit of power, he kind of forms himself around the human. So the human kind of has a suit of armor.
Crazy.
So he can fight too, which was pretty cool. I can't lie. But yeah, it wasn't great. And then obviously I watched The Flash the day before that. And then on the plane, I started rewatching. Well, I started watching again. Once Upon a Time, a show about like.
I watched.
fairy
That's
tales,
funny.
fairy
I
tale
watched an
crisis.
episode of that.
Funny?
No, because I watched an episode the other
I was
day.
about to
of
say,
it.
I was like, that show's not funny.
No, it's just funny. Funny
that
that I
you
watched an
watched it.
episode
Yeah,
the other
yeah,
day
yeah,
as well. I watched the first episode.
Yeah, the first time I watched it, I hated it because I just didn't like the main character is obviously played by Zoe's actor from How I Met Your Mother, and I really, really, really dislike her because like I
Best
watched
girl,
her in
best
House
girl.
as well. In House, I hated her too.
Yeah.
But this time around, I don't mind her. She's not the worst character. I dislike a lot of other people a lot more.
That's hilarious.
Like she's kind of the saving grace of the show at the minute. Like everyone else is getting on my nerves. But so I've been watching that, and then I watched like 2 episodes of Grey's Anatomy on the plane. One going there, one coming back, and then also on the way back, I watched a movie called I Love You, Man.
Yeah, he was cracking up.
Bro,
He
Is
that
that the
movie
Jim
is-
Carrey movie?
Nice. It's Paul Rudd with Jason Segel.
Okay.
He was literally like, so I was watching On the Come Up, which is like this serious thing, like people getting shot. It's got like gangs and gun violence and rapping and all those things. And he's just sat next to me, just chuckling away. I was just like, this guy is loving life right now.
Bro, I had that movie's on Netflix, and I have it in my to watch on Netflix, but I just haven't got around to it. And then I saw it on there. I was like, let me just put this on until the plane takes off, and I'm gonna start watching some Once Upon a Time.
But you were hooked.
Yeah, I was stuck in. I was like, this movie is so funny because obviously Paul Rudd's funny. Jason Segel was Marshall from
How I Met Your
HMM,
Mother,
so that's
yeah.
he's funny. And then it has like Rashida Jones. I don't know if she's been Parks and Rec, so she's quite funny. And it has like just bare people from other comedy shows. I'm like, yeah, man, this is top tier stuff. I was dying the whole time. It has like Andy Samberg from Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Yeah, it's too much. So yeah, I was cracking up. But yeah, I think that's me.
Yeah. Do you know what's funny? I just realized obviously that in the video it's red cups and we're red cupping it, so it's like it's the same vibe, fully the same vibe.
Red Cups of the way.
Yeah, and I'm fully just realizing I'm watching it and I'm like, I can see how drunk I am as well. Like it's crazy. Like, at certain points, I'm like, yeah, you are way off. Like trying to mix, trying to DJ, and like while being like, yo, I can barely stand.
Yeah, I've watched a few things. I watched obviously I started watching Hell's Paradise as well. I think I watched like 1 episode a while back, and I've now just started watching a few more. Which is, yeah, it's alright. And then I've been watching Love Island this season. It's actually quite juicy this year. So I'm enjoying it so far.
I've been hearing this going on.
Yeah, this one I'm liking. It's a good season. I watched The Ultimatum Queer Edition.
So I heard about that as well. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, that was decent.
I heard like people were getting massages first night and all sorts, and like,
Yeah.
saying, "Do you sleep naked? If you want to sleep naked, feel free," and all of that.
Literally, from when they first moved into each other, she's like, what do you sleep in? Like, I sleep naked. What about you? She's like, I don't sleep in like underwear, but if you want to sleep naked, it's cool, you know. Like,
Oh my god!
he's like,
Yeah.
that was good. I watched a movie called The Missing, which was quite good. Is that one of them? You know, them ones where they like film it on social media.
Wait, sorry. I need to know what tune this is. Ah, okay. I was like, why are we like me? Because me and T are both going like, hey. I'm like, we're like waving our arms at the same time. I was a bit like, what we singing along to? Like, what's going on? And okay, that makes sense. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, you know the movies that like filmed in like on the computer, like webcam, all that kind of. There's one of them ones where it was one of them.
Was it like a horror movie or?
Yeah, it's like a thriller more so.
What's it called?
Missing. So it's like
A girl goes missing and
no, her mum goes missing, and then she has to basically try and track down her mum and stuff. It's quite good. It's quite a good film.
I like those kind of movies where it's
Yeah.
like just filmed entirely on like computer.
Yeah,
It's
same.
quite cool.
Because my sister told me about it, and I was like, yeah, I like them movies. I need to watch this. And I watched Tokyo Revengers, the season 1 and 2.
did you like it?
Yeah, I like it. I enjoy it.
I started it. I started season 1, and I don't know how much I watched. Well, I watched until he got back to his main world back in. I don't know if that's like 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah, so probably like episode
It's
2
like-
or something.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not locked in, so I was like, I'm just done with it.
Yeah, it's decent. It's got a lot of twists and turns sort of thing. Then I watched something called Saint X, which was about what was that about again? this was a girl goes missing. Like, so it's it's weird. It's like it's telling the story of a girl, but it's like in 3 different timelines. So it's showing like the past of these guys, then the present where these family go on holiday, and then like the girls basically goes missing on holiday, and then the future where like the baby sister of the girl is basically trying to find what happened with her sister, and she's seen these people who were on the island where the girl missing stuff. So that was quite good. Watched The Whale, which was that was pretty lame.
Was that The Whale?
The Whale, yeah.
Is that the one with
Brendan Fraser?
People love that movie.
I wouldn't say it was lame, to be fair. It was alright, but it wasn't like amazing.
He won a
he won a Grammy or Oscar or something. Yeah,
Grammy's music. He won an Oscar for that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Oscar. Yeah, he wasn't that good. It wasn't that good.
Oh damn. Okay.
But it was okay. It was like, I don't think it's my type of movie. That's the thing.
Probably not. Yeah.
Black Mirror I watched. Obviously, that's come out.
You've seen the whole season?
Yeah.
I watched the first episode, and the first episode I really enjoyed.
Same.
And then the second episode was dry.
What's the second episode again?
Second episode was the one about the killings or the murders that happened way back in the day.
Oh,
and
the Loch.
And the dad, the Loch Ness one. And the dad was gone, and the mum was still, and she was a menace as well. And
that episode wasn't as good. The Jonas Awful one was really good.
Jonas Awful was hilarious.
Yeah.
You
need to watch the next episode, the one where it's called, I can't remember what it's called now, but it's got Jesse Pinkman in it.
Okay.
That one's really good. That's probably
Breaking
my second
Bad,
favorite
brother.
episode.
Okay, yeah.
I've been watching Scrubs, it's my like random background show. Yeah, I watched The Flash, watched No Hard Feelings, watched Elemental, and then I watched something called Old, which is a Netflix movie. It's like it's about these people who go to an island and they start just aging rapidly on the island.
Oh, that's the M. Night movie, right?
Yeah,
M. Night Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
and like
really
one
good.
of the kids growing up, baby.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was really good though. I actually really enjoyed that. I'd recommend that one. Yeah, that's it for me. That's what I've been watching.
Oh, yeah, I was meant to mention that I watched. I was meant to mention it last episode, but I forgot. I Think You Should Leave with Tim Robertson, season 3. I watched that on Netflix. I think both of you should watch all of it. It's so funny. It's like there's no real story. There's no story. It's just like little sketches. There's like 6 episodes per season with like multiple sketches in every episode. It's just so absurd. It's just so funny.
I've never heard this before.
Yeah, I thought you mentioned it, no?
Yeah, I mentioned it before because I probably mentioned it when I was watching second season.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I just randomly heard about it from like a YouTuber. They were just talking about a specific episode, and I was like, let me just watch this whole thing through. And yeah, it's funny, very funny, and so dumb.
Right then. So yeah, that's basically the watch list then. A lot of juicy stuff there that we've been watching. But yeah, I think we're about to get out of here. We're about to have some more drinks. I'm about to put this this mix on from the beginning and actually listen. Because do you know what? I've heard this mix like so many times, but I've never really watched the video. And the video looks like really interesting. Just like considering what we were doing in the room and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it looks. I don't really I've never really rewatched the video, so I want to like take that in. Have some more drinks. I think me and Bez are going to go out. Cam's going to leave us because he's a snake. But yeah, last song that we're going to play. I think we're going to do JME's Daily Duppy. Definitely check out the video because the video is kind of interesting. It's not super exciting, but it's quite interesting to look at. So if you ain't seen the video, go check it out. But yeah, for another 2 weeks, we're going to be out of here. Make sure you follow us on the Twitter, all the social networks, minus Facebook, at 5 Letters Podcast. Yeah, that's basically it. Like, right? Nothing else to say?
No. Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, yeah.
Appreciate it. All right, we're out here, man. Peace.
Oh shit, is it? Ghostie's rhythm, yeah fam, Jamie, so sick with it, yo, hold this, listen, you know this isn't pattern, don't let this flow go missing to the vultures sniffing, talk about culture, pay attention to who the culture's killing, all the OGs chilling, young G's with it, man will pimp the ride, yep, no exhibit, which strap pick it, click clack click it, don't care fam, you won't slap with it, you're shook fam, brick it, this ain't a freestyle, this an 8 style, you will think big that did it, take man out, underarm lift it, rip that ticket, hit that wicket, have a drink, kick back, sip it, not scared of the boogeyman, pick that flick it. You wanna listen to someone rough to make you feel rough, cause you're not rough. You need to get drapes up by the scruff of your neck and start learning how to scuff. You think you're all tough, shit hits the fan, and reach. I'm cold and hot like chili, come fuck with me, cats trolls offline, there's pump up city, baby mum pretty, so I don't care about no bum titty, not a dumb silly, I wake up giddy, smile on my face like a 1 milli, DIY, yeah man will get busy, plaster the dents in my ceiling, you know about chunks and Philly. BBK shirt, shorts, do-rag. Fam, my drip's not drippy. I'm baiting the ends like lick shot lippy. Flow fire alive, but it's not chippy. Offline, fam, it got sticky. Half my supporters are pissed off with me. Fuck the chart boy, trying to make my move like some TikTok nitty. You wanna listen to someone rough to make it feel rough? 'Cause you're not
The
rough.
5 Letters Podcast.